This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, September 29th. Happy Hump Day. I am Tori here with my good friends Erica and Al, and we do have an update for you on the Gabby Petito case. Now, the massive manhunt for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues. And Gabby's family held a press conference yesterday. They talked about the foundation they're starting to help families of other missing people. Take a look at this. We have some technical difficulties here. We'll get to that video in a second. Speaking of Brian Laundrie's parents, they are now under the spotlight and have people outside their house filming video of them. And today, some people are questioning what's in this red backpack they were seen carrying into their home. Some even using megaphones to call them out. But here's the question. Is this fair? So we know Gabby, we know Brian's parents. We know very little. That's a big question mark, right? How far do you go to start getting them to talk? Is this obstruction of justice or leave them in peace? What do you think, Al?
I don't think. I think that's a question for the authorities. And I think this is what happens when we start deputizing every citizen, Erica, to go out on their whim and what they have a biased opinion one way, either they're guilty or innocent, and they're going to attack people. Because if we say this is cool, then it's cool for people to troll and attack the Sandy Hook family victims. When we say this is cool, it's cool to also go and yell at defense attorneys that are defending people that you don't like. So it's a very slippery slope just because of this one case. I don't know about opening that Pandora's box.
I don't know if this is like letting people say it's okay for people to troll Sandy Hook victims. I mean, if you're talking about the person who committed the crime, I think then that sounds more reasonable in terms of apples to apples, but that feels a little apples to oranges to me. I think in this situation, although it's a unfathomable situation for most of us, decisions were made, and when those decisions were made, they were, as you can say exactly what it's called.
Yeah, obstruction of justice.
Right. So therefore, I think that people who have been very invested in this case, and there have been a lot of people invested. People have obviously gone out looking for Gabby. I think that decision is now costing them this lifestyle.
I agree. I would want to know a lot more about them. Now, they have every right not to speak.
But who cares what you want to know? That's what the police are there for, our judicial system.
But the police let the guy get away.
That's their business.
Yeah,
this is not our business. We are viewers of this. I get it. But everybody's going to be super invested in something. And the reason I just watched a documentary on Vice about there are people that think that the shooting in Texas didn't happen, that Sandy Hook didn't happen, and those people show up in droves at those churches and at those sites and harass those people and have been for years. So that's what I'm saying. What if this is just constantly going on with every incident we have? How are we going to police this?
Interesting. It becomes deputized. You're absolutely right. We are just going to let you guys know we're having a little technical difficulties with the video. I think Mercury is in retrograde.
Yes. Stop it.
Excellent. But we do have some of that video back now. YouTube is taking some very strong action against anti-vaccine content. They're taking down several video channels from prominent anti-vaccine activists. And they're now also banning any videos that claim that commonly used vaccines approved by health authorities are ineffective or dangerous. Speaking of getting your vaccine, LeBron James confirmed he has gotten his. But LeBron says that he doesn't like to promote it. He doesn't feel personally like he should get it. Take a look at what he said.
We're talking about individuals' bodies. We're not talking about something that's, political or racism or police brutality and things of that nature. We're talking about like people's bodies and well-beings, so I don't feel like for me personally that I should get involved in what people should do for their bodies and their livelihoods.
If you're an influencer, do you have a responsibility to speak out, Erica, about vaccines? What's your platform mean if not in times of crisis like this?
I do understand what LeBron's saying because unlike things that he has had personal knowledge of in terms of racism and things that have come out of all the other social justice issues. He has personal knowledge of that. I can understand people's hesitancy to say that they are legal or medical experts, because essentially when you're having these conversations, you're either disseminating information from the medical experts, which is why we commonly have Dr. Coley on our show, because she is an expert. So I can understand where he's coming from in terms of, this is the choice that I made for myself. I'm not a medical expert based on how this affects me. I did this for myself, but maybe not making it a platform issue.
Right. What do you think about this? And I agree that it's okay to do your own research, especially after certain African Americans in this country have been lied to about the Tuskegee experiment. I totally understand.
Right, but I do want to, since you brought up Tuskegee experiment, this is the antithesis of Tuskegee experiment. This was an experiment done in order to not allow black men to get the antidote for syphilis.
Correct.
So the idea that this is available to everyone is very different.
Very different. Thank you for saying that.
You know, just taking this away from COVID and just any other issue of importance of our time, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine that's famous, and, you know, people were asking him, because when everything was at the height of Me Too, people were asking him for comments, and he was like, I don't want to comment because I'm a dude that chugs beers on stage. I don't know, and I don't want to say something that I don't know is offensive. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. And I think a lot of times we expect our celebrities, the people we've placed on a pedestal, to know everything. But I don't know if I would feel comfortable, you know, going over certain, you know, rights of people that have been vaccinated, or like, what do Christian Scientists, what's their responsibility with? I don't know. I haven't studied that. So if you give me 500 million followers, I don't know if I feel comfortable speaking on that. But that doesn't mean I don't have a feeling about vaccines. It's just I want to give you the right thing.
Right. It's like, it's what do you support, not what do you know, right? Like what medical expert you're not, but what do you support? I think you use your platform for good. You use it to support and spread knowledge. 1 + 1 is 2. This vaccine is science. I say spread the knowledge. That's my point of view, but come at me.
But some people think they are.
And some people think they are, exactly. All right, how many of you have been waiting for a home robot ever since watching the Jetsons? Huh? Well, Amazon is out with its first ever home robot named Astro. Astro goes on sale later this year for $999. It has all sorts of features like helping with video calls and playing music.
Thanks.
It also can deliver a drink to someone in another room. And look at this. It can even check to see if you left your stove on when you're out of the house. But it will not be able to turn off the stove if you did leave it on.
Okay.
I know. Astro can also patrol your house while you're away, just in case, let's say, raccoons get in to steal all your tasty.
Only if you live in a cabin. This is ridiculous. Erica, I'm going to give you the floor, but like, I don't need a Roomba with an iPad stuck on it. That's all it is.
Are you sure? Because we didn't think we needed an iPad.
What else does it do?
I didn't think I needed an iPad, and now I don't go anywhere without it.
Do the eyes creep you guys out? I don't like any fake robot with eyes being sad. I think that's weird. I don't like that.
It's weird, but technology is weird at the inception always.
Right.
I mean, everyone's like, as you said, we didn't think we needed an iPad. I think that my security system does enough of that.
Right.
So,
but they were like, I watched the videos like, hey, let's dance, Rosie, or whatever and it's just like,
Rosie.
Go get a friend. Like, I get it. Use your technology for things, but like, go find friends.
Right.
Maybe ask it to download a dating app.
I think that's a great idea, but I will say that in 20 years, this conversation will look archaic.
No.
Yes, honey, archaic. And Astro will be here and be like, bad Al, bad Al.
That's the problem. It's going to be talking like that. I want it to call me honey.
Oh, boy. Coming up on DBL, King of Queens star Leah Remini does not mince words when it comes to leaving Scientology. You don't want to miss our interview where she calls on one celebrity specifically to speak out. And it's no secret people are fired up lately. We have the do's and don'ts to help combat America's anger epidemic.
Closed captioning provided by
So just so you know, people, Daniel Page.
Erica, we were talking.
Daniel Page says, I'm waiting for Al's joke on this one.
Okay.
Good one. Thanks,
for
Daniel
interrupting.
Page. Sorry.
We were having a discussion. Obviously, Tiffany and Sierra have just joined us. Tiffany's been here a little bit longer. They both have on kind of similar things, but I was asking, what's the difference between a cardigan and a sweater?
That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I'm really, and then what's a pullover?
Really?
I don't know.
That's so dumb. And by the way,
I don't know.
Also, do you guys remember
I don't wear
this
cardigans.
in Dumb and Dumber? Pullover. It's a cardigan,
what's
but
a
thank
pullover?
you. Is that funny? You guys see
But
her
then how
remember
is that not a
Why are
sweater?
we still talking over this? Also,
Then why do
I
we
would
call
like
it
to
a
say,
pullover?
is Joe Rogan part of that list? If on YouTube he says that any FDA
Almost like
vaccine is ineffective,
like
he
all
will be
scotches or
banned, as
whiskeys?
well as, if you remember, Robert Kennedy Jr. is a very strong anti-vaxxer, and he will be banned
that
from
was very
YouTube as
simple.
well. So expect, this all happened about 30 minutes ago. Are you guys still talking about your
You just
sweaters?
explained it.
You want to tell them?
Yes. Okay.
That's more
Apparently,
important,
Sweater is the umbrella, and cardigans fall under that umbrella, but they button up.
Yeah, buttons. Someone wrote buttons.
Pullovers don't button up.
Right, they're just a sweater.
I didn't know. I thought.
And in
sweater
England, they
was
call that a jumper.
Yes.
Now, remember in Dumb and Dumber when they go, pull over, and he goes, it's a cardigan, but thank you.
I've had thoughts. Do you think a movie like Dumb and Dumber or Ace Ventura could happen now?
What is it? Come over here and do it. Come here. David, just say the line right if you're going to make fun of me. Go ahead. What's the line? David, that's our stage manager. What's the line?
He says,
Ready?
pull over.
Do
He says,
it with accent. Go.
No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing. Yeah, killer boots, man.
Great job, David. That was good.
I don't know how much time we have, but I wonder like if a movie like Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber could happen today, because I feel like it would get ripped apart on YouTube.
Ace Ventura was.
You know?
It's so when he's. Welcome back to DBL. Does America have an anger issue? Should we talk? It seems like
When
every
you're condescending like that,
Sorry,
we do.
I'm sorry. It seems like every week we have another viral video of people getting angry on planes or starting a fight in a restaurant. But what are the right ways and the wrong ways to deal with anger? CNN has some tips from experts, so let's hear them out. Up first are the do's. Take a deep breath. Everyone do that right now. That can always help diffuse a tense situation. Do problem solve. So you should channel that energy into fixing actually what's bothering you. But experts say do not suppress your anger. They also say don't vent to others because it can keep the memories at the forefront of your mind. Nothing here surprises me but the venting. Erica?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to be real honest about this.
Talk to me.
Talk to us, yeah.
You know, a lot of us don't know what we're angry about. There's been so much that has just piled on us for the past year and a half and counting that it's like the simplest thing. Like, I lost my religion a couple weeks ago, okay? Completely lost my religion over a situation where my driveway was blocked. Now, did the man handle the situation correctly?
No, he did not.
No, because I was very polite and very respectful, although he was on my property. So when he didn't handle the situation right, I lost it. And I'm always the first one to be like, you need to manage your emotions, because if you have something to lose, people are gonna come for you, right? I couldn't manage it because honestly, I didn't even know what really set me off.
Erica, I am going to openly disagree with you on that. You told me that story. I thought you handled it well, maybe right up until the end.
The very
But
end, yeah.
There's a point where, like, when somebody's acting strangely on your property, you are going to be in a heightened state. For me, therapy has helped a lot in terms of, first of all, not only identifying, like you said, what I'm really upset about, but after a year or two, you start to be able to do the steps in real time.
Yeah, right.
Not like 2 days later, like, I shouldn't have said that. In real time, you're like, let's take a break. Let's meet back here at 8:30, and when you say something, I'm gonna repeat it back to you and tell you what I'm hearing. Like doing the steps in real time, and it sounds corny, but it really helps. And I actually used it yesterday. I was in a hurry to get here from the airport in the morning because I wanted to do the story with David and
David
Daniel,
Robinson, yeah, of course.
who's missing his son. It's near and dear to my heart. And when I went to go through the gate at the airport, it was it was broken, and I found myself becoming really and I talked myself down in my car.
Good for you.
So like, yeah.
So you are aware.
Yeah, I didn't want to be in a bad place to start the week.
Good for you, Al.
A year ago, I would not have done that.
That's amazing. I know for me, my anger is usually at things I'm scared of. So I don't know if you guys at home, like when my mom's sick, I get angry. Or if Brooks is sick or is a little tired.
Brooks, your husband.
My husband, I'll freak out with anger. So mine comes to fear, and I really have to work on what are you clouding over fear with, and is that anger actually helpful?
But is that what we're seeing on this airplane? These airplanes.
I think a lot of people.
Fear of COVID, fear of flying.
I think fear is a big thing right now, and I think fear of people, fear of crowds, all of that plays into it.
It seems like a lot of people that make fun of soy boys and the libs for having triggers, but it seems like they have triggers as well that are clearly being hit because you're eating your mask on a plane.
Yeah.
So something triggered you as well. So maybe you should get to the bottom of what that is.
Yeah, and it's really
life is short.
Yeah, life is short. Get to the bottom of it and see someone if you really need to. Like Al said, therapy is very helpful.
Please get therapy.
Please.
Fix it.
Fix it. Coming up on DBL, Leah Remini reflects on finding purpose after trauma. Our really transparent interview with her is just 2 minutes away. Stay tuned.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Ever wonder if I smell good? Well, I do, and Leah Remini loves it. Earlier, we sat down with Leah to talk about how she feels about other celebs leaving Scientology, as well as her upcoming projects. And we had a little fun talking fashion and fragrance, too, in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Actress and advocate Leah Remini. Hey.
Hey.
Hi, you guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're feeling it.
I'm digging the pattern on that shirt.
Are you digging it?
I like it. I do.
Yes, Leah.
I love it.
Okay, so Leah, you know, you wear so many different hats. I love you as an actress. I love you as an advocate, but also very important, you are the executive producer on the documentary Allie Raceman, Darkness to Light on Lifetime.
Winning gold medals doesn't take away the pain of what happened.
How powerful was it for you? Because I know that it made me cry. So you watching her testify before Congress, knowing everything that you're involved with, how did that make you feel?
Extremely proud. I think it's so important that people take their place where they can have a voice and then pass the torch to give others a voice. It's very important. And one of my favorite quotes from Frankl, and it's finding your purpose. You know, when you experience trauma, extreme trauma, that you find a purpose in your pain is extremely important in life. And look, not everybody can do that work, but for those who do, I'm always proud to support it, and to be able to produce a show for her was an extreme honor. People are and have spoken out and continue to fight the fight. And I applaud them.
You're really the face, Leah, of leaving Scientology. And recently, actress Laura Prepon announced she no longer is with the church. So did she reach out to you? Did you reach out to her? Did you guys talk?
I reached out to her, and like I just said, not everybody who has a voice uses it. And I'm a firm believer. I was a vocal Scientologist. I got people into Scientology. I promoted it most of my life. For those of us who were in the public eye and who were speaking on behalf of Scientology, getting people into Scientology, I feel that we have a responsibility to do the work when we find out that none of those things that we were doing was not only helpful but damaging and very harmful to people's lives. I think people have a responsibility to do their part. And listen, I chose to do the work, so I knew it was going to come, what was going to come with that, which was Scientology coming at us and trying to destroy our lives, which they do under, they justify this behavior by a series of directives and policies called Fair Game, which I do a podcast, Mike Rinder and I do a podcast called Fair Game, to talk about these things. And, you know, some people, like Laura, feel that they don't have a responsibility to speak out. Do I respect it? I mean, not really.
I love that you don't mince words. It's important when it's coming to people's lives.
We're going to switch gears here because this is actually a really good thing. Season 2 of People Puzzler.
By the way, love a suit. Love a suit, by the way.
Thank you.
See, she's returning a compliment.
I appreciate it. I really do. I feel like her shirt pops off that white wall. It looks great. So we're going to talk about...
You have him blushing, Leah. He's blushing over here.
Listen, do you wear... Here's my other question for you. Do you wear cologne?
I absolutely I do. It's a little.
Oh, he smells
I
so
love
good.
you. I'm in love. I'm in love.
Oh yeah.
I'm in love.
That's my dad. You never leave the house
You're
without
all
cologne.
good. You're all good in my book. You are not. There's nothing you could say to me right now that would annoy me. Go ahead.
Get in there, Al.
Well, hey, look, I am excited. I like that. I appreciate the compliment, and I have a compliment for you.
Yeah, where's your suit, by the way? What? So wait. So how does your co-host what's going on? Could I get a shot?
Yeah.
He wants to look at Jeffrey.
So what? You just thought like I go with the shirt. I don't need a tie. That's my thing. I don't wear.
We're trying to switch it up. We can't be twins over here.
Do you wear cologne or no? I feel like you don't. Because
oh really? I thought you were gonna make. I definitely do.
Get a tie on.
We're gonna get into one of those Doug and Carrie fights right now.
All right. I am jumping in. I'm just gonna say this. I'm excited. Season 2 of People Puzzler just started, and you were very candid. You were like 9 out of 10 questions. I don't know. Like, how impressive are these contestants? What's the best part about being on the show?
Well, I love hosting people. I mean, people who know me really know me. Like my friends, they know that I love hosting. I host every holiday at my house. I invite people I don't even know. I'm like, yeah, bring your second cousin. I just love people around. When these people come on, they're just happy to be there.
All right,
Leah,
we have a hard out in like 10 seconds. We need you back on the show.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't need the attitude. I'll tell you that.
Leah, thank you so much for joining us. We love having you. DBL Nation, check out Season 2 of People Puzzler, which just premiered and will air weeknights on the Game Show Network. We'll be right back.
Thank you guys so much. Bye, you guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice. but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariane Till. That's not bad.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you know that scammers are targeting lonely singles on dating apps? Have they no shame? It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. The scammers start by manipulating their victims who are blinded by love into investing or trading cryptocurrency.
How do you make that shift?
Now you might be thinking, I'm safe. I don't use cryptocurrency. Well, it's likely some of these victims didn't either. According to the FBI, this scam has netted over $130 million in profits for the scammers. So how do you protect yourself? It's simple. Never, ever, ever move money based on the advice from strangers you meet online. But if your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-439-9017 or visit lifelock.com to learn more. Yeah. Smart advice for life, huh? We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Gabby Petito's family calls for Brian Laundrie to turn himself in as Brian's parents are confronted by a woman with a bullhorn.
What were you thinking helping your son?
Are they being treated fairly? Lori Loughlin's return to TV. Does she deserve another chance? Making menopause less taboo. Lifestyle expert Kim Douglas is here with how women can conquer this time in their life. And Trisha Yearwood will be here live.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Wednesday, September 29th. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Let's get started because we do have an update on the Gabby Petito case. The massive manhunt for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues, and Gabby's family held a press conference yesterday. They talked about the foundation they are starting to help families of other missing people. Take a look.
I just hope that people are inspired by her. It's hard to put into words, but it means a lot to me that she's touched so many lives already, and this is only 2 weeks into it. We're going to keep it going, like you said, keep the light going and help a lot of people if we can.
The Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure is not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in to the FBI or the nearest law enforcement agency.
Speaking of Brian Laundrie's parents, they're under the spotlight and have people outside of their home filming video of them. And today, some people are questioning what's in this red backpack they were seen carrying into their home. Some even using megaphones to call them out. But here's the question, not only to the panel, but to the viewers. We always love hearing from you. Is this fair? What would you say, Jeff?
About what?
To the
Screaming
parents.
in the street? To the
Filming
parents?
them, screaming at them?
No, I'm totally against that. You don't take a blowhorn and scream at somebody, okay? They're going through something too. Even if it's wrong what their son did, which is definitely wrong, they're going through something as well. I want to take back something I said on the show, and I wish Al was here, because I said, you know, I would do anything to cover up for my kids or help them in any way I could, and I don't know if I would say anything. And now seeing, like, her parents speak out and just, I actually thought about it driving home one day. I was like, I might have to turn my kids in because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
There's other people
would.
suffering. I want to help my child as well, but I'm going to help them through that process, right? And I want to do the right thing as a parent. So I said before I don't know if I would, and I know I would. I would teach my son and the community that I live in to do the right thing.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Erica?
You know, I think that decisions were made, and the first time that they made the decision to not make themselves available or give information that could have been very pertinent to finding Gabby to begin with, they put themselves in the situation. And so when people are yelling things, does it seem like the most logical thing to do? Is that helping? I don't know, because it's continuing to keep eyes on this case. I think of protests and how uncomfortable protests are, but at the end and the root of a protest, you want for justice to be served. You want for civility to prevail in the end by taking tactics that may not be orthodox.
Yeah, I actually totally understand what she's saying and also why you would yell at that house. There is a sense that they have not helped in any way, and the obstruction of justice, and I say that as a possible crime they may have committed, allegedly, we don't know, is frustrating to people. But what I worry about is if people get in the way of this FBI police investigation, you can really ruin a legal case by some stupid person trying to do something. Now, I would like an investigation into why they didn't surveil the parents in the first place, but that's a whole other story. So I don't think they should do it, but just to protect this case so it's crystal clear for the judge.
Yeah, I don't know about the other onlookers or people screaming, but I know personally as a mother, I would be screaming.
Right,
I would
like
be
you
on that
can
megaphone
understand
screaming.
it, right.
I get your point, because what if they did not know anything? And then they're going through their own personal hell, and then you're adding fuel to the fire by everybody screaming at them. But if I saw in the very beginning that they're not trying to help my daughter, then I would have some sort of resentment and I would have some sort of intuition. There's a reason why you're not trying to help my daughter. So I understand both sides, but I know what I would personally do.
Fair.
I would be loud. All right. So YouTube is taking some very strong action against anti-vaccine content. They are taking down several video channels from prominent anti-vaccine activists, and they're also banning any videos that claim commonly used vaccines approved by health authorities are ineffective or dangerous. So speaking of getting your vaccine, LeBron James confirmed he has gotten his, but LeBron says he is not into promoting it. Take a look.
You know, we're talking about individuals' bodies. You know, we're not talking about something that's, you know, political or racism or police brutality and things of that nature. We're talking about like people's bodies and well-beings. You know, so I don't feel like, for me personally, that I should get involved in what other people should do for their bodies and their livelihoods.
Tori, you groaned. Yeah, I disagree with LeBron on this one, and I know that is not easy to do because he is the GOAT and I love him. But I do think. Oh, sorry,
Michael
Jordan. I'm sorry, Chicago. Excuse me. Sorry. I will say I do find this political. I do find the vaccines political, and LeBron's been great about speaking out. I know he's saying my bodies, but that also includes people who are vaccinated who want to be protected from their bodies. And to me, I use my platform, which is quite small, as loud as I possibly can because I feel a responsibility to do so. I don't yell at anyone else to do that, but I do find this vaccine mandate less of a personal choice and more of a public because it's contagious. Just like smoking in public, right? That you can smoke in your house, but if you smoke in front of me, there's a problem. This is just like the vaccine. So I actually disagree with him on that one.
I actually agree with LeBron on this. You know, it's become so divisive or divisive. I always say that wrong, whichever one it is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is
I think you
either.
can do either or.
Can we? Okay.
You get what I'm saying. And it's like LeBron said, hey, listen, I'm vaccinated. I do the same on this show. I'm vaccinated. I don't jam it down people's throats. If you want to hear my point of view, my wife just went through this. I think the vaccine actually helped her. And I can only tell you, and she got COVID, and it was not severe, but she had some problems. Had she not gotten the vaccine, would it be worse? I don't know. I could only tell you my point of view. I'm not going to jam anything down anybody's throat, but I'll tell you what worked for me. And if it works for you, great. If not, that's great too. I'm on LeBron's side on this one.
See, I think that's very fair for you to say, I don't know, and that's also a lot of people might need to say, I don't know. When it comes to LeBron, I would have to disagree with you, Tori, because you said that it's political. I don't think that this is a political issue. I think this is a medical issue. But it's been politicized. And when LeBron made that distinction between like politics, well, he's a constituent. So if he wants to speak on his politics, he can do that. When he's talking about racism, well, he's experienced racism, so he can have that conversation. When we're talking about medical expertise, maybe he's not the person to give his medical expertise because he's not a medical expert, which is exactly the reason why we generally have Dr. Coley on here, because she is a medical expert and she can disseminate the information that's appropriate to the people.
To me, and I totally hear what you're saying, is I don't think it's as personal as what he's saying when it's a contagious virus. A lot of people do. They say, my body, my choice. But this is contagious to me and my family, and therefore I have a say in this. And to me, that's political and part of the body of politics.
Good conversation.
I'd like to retract that GOAT statement, by the way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe
No
later in the
goat.
show.
No goat.
Oh my goodness. Coming up on DBL, Lori Loughlin is out of the Slammer and onto a season premiere. What? We want to hear from you. Does she deserve a comeback this quickly? And she has Grammys, a daytime Emmy, and a donut recipe that is out of this world. Trisha Yearwood joins us live to show us what she has cooking. And it's no secret Americans are fired up lately. We have the do's and don'ts to help combat America's anger epidemic.
Closed captioning provided by
Thank you, Sierra. We are here with breaking news here at DBL. Is LeBron James the GOAT, the king, or what else would you call him?
The king, yes.
The king, I got it. What do you call Kobe?
Not about
the legend.
The legend. He is the legend.
So we got
That's
two
right.
Chicagoans here, and you both are in agreement the GOAT is of Michael Jordan, of basketball.
Well, if you're going to give one, listen, there's other people. How many rings does Oscar Robertson have? Will Chamberlain? They have a lot of rings, but Michael Jordan has 6. LeBron has 4, I believe. So that's going to squash that debate.
I'm
okay?
going to take a page from Jeff earlier and say, I don't know.
That's fair.
There's a lot.
That's
I mean,
fair.
Will Chamberlain's got to be on that list. Michael Jordan. So the GOAT in basketball is very difficult, and I think it's biased from where you grew up as well.
What about Shaquille O'Neal? Does he fall in the top 10?
No.
Maybe
Top 10?
Around 10th.
10th.
Yeah. Kobe's on the list, right?
Is Muggsy Bogues? He was a short 5'4" player. Excellent. And I always
Isaiah Thomas, speaking of
No one puts him on any list for something.
Isaiah, and he's good.
He's
good. His son plays, right?
Pistons, right?
Oh, good
I
for
think it's just
you.
another guy.
Oh, named Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Isaiah?
No.
Isaiah from the Pistons.
That's not Isaiah's son.
From the
Isaiah
Detroit.
Thomas' son? Isn't it Isaiah
spelled
Thomas
differently,
Jr.?
What about Charles Barkley, top 20?
Maybe.
Wow.
What about John Stockton, Karl Malone?
Dr. J? Dr. J?
What about the dude
I know.
from the Spurs that's now a coach?
Yes.
Yes, the white guy.
Oh.
The white guy, not too
Tim
tall.
Duncan? David Robinson?
Yeah, what's his name?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash,
Steve
top
Nash?
20?
No.
Dirk Nowitzki? I don't know.
He's good. Listen, we're just talking about the GOAT here.
Older players like Larry Bird.
What about Larry Bird? I was just
Larry
gonna say
Bird,
Larry Bird.
Magic Johnson. See,
Magic Johnson.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
do you know his real name?
Welcome back to DBL. Does America have an anger issue? It seems like every week we here have another viral video to show you of people getting angry on planes or starting a fight in a restaurant. But what are the right ways and the wrong ways to deal with anger? So CNN has some tips from experts. But up first, here are the do's. Take a deep breath. That can always help diffuse a tense situation. Do problem solve. So you should channel that energy into fixing whatever is bothering you. But experts say don't suppress your anger. They also say don't vent to others because it can keep the memories at the forefront of your mind. Ooh, how do you deal with anger, Jeff? Because you've been very transparent on the show that you've really worked on it. Jeff 10 years ago was a different Jeff than the Jeff is today.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's something I still struggle with to this day if you watch this show.
Ever.
Yeah. If you watch it for 1 second. Yeah, it's something I deal with. I have to put myself in the gym, right? Just to kind of relieve some of that energy. I have to constantly listen to positive, motivational things. So when something happens, a car drives by me and speeds and I want to get out and choke him, that I just say, I'm like, oh, you know what? I listened to some great stuff this morning. Maybe I should let that one slide.
Nice.
But if I didn't work out and I didn't listen to positive stuff, who knows?
Those are your tools in your tool belt. What about you, Erica?
You know, I told you guys that a few weeks ago there was a situation where I lost my religion, and I got very, very angry, and it escalated into this altercation. And in hindsight, I keep thinking about it in terms of what I could have done differently, and I'm really not sure if there was anything I could have done differently other than just completely removing myself. But also, I was at my house, so that was different. A guy parked in front of my driveway. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it escalated
It was
into
bad.
a big deal.
It escalated. Diet Coke was involved.
There was.
Yeah, I know. It was a Diet Pepsi,
That's
Sam,
right, Diet Pepsi.
okay?
Diet
The
Pepsi.
receipts are
And
coming
it was
up.
very tasty, although I didn't get to drink it because it was on top of his car. Moving on, though. Moving on. You know what I thought about was I really didn't know where my anger was truly stemming from.
Interesting.
Like, why I got so heightened in
So quickly.
that moment.
Right.
And I think that's the problem right now. People are unaware of where their anger is coming from because we've been suppressing so much for like a year and a half. So just, secure your Diet Pepsis, people. Secure your Diet
You
Pepsi.
got road rage.
I do, and I also, when I'm fearful of something, that's when I get angry. So notice if it's actually fear or anger. That's really helpful.
You do get scared of driving.
Oh, God, I'm terrible.
She doesn't drive.
No.
And she's the one with road rage?
All right, coming up on DBL, Trisha Yearwood is here live. There she is. She's going to show us how to make her Galaxy Donut Glaze. That sounds
she's going to think we're
delicious.
insane.
Yeah. She thinks we're crazy.
Stick around, Trisha. We're not
Please
as
stay.
crazy as you may think. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
She's in love with the boy, and even if they have to run away, she's gonna marry that boy someday.
Yes, welcome back to DBL. That was a new version of Trisha Yearwood's first big hit, She's in Love with a Boy. She broke into the music biz 30 years ago with that song, if you can believe it. Now she's cooking up new country tunes and some of this out-of-this-world comfort food. Trisha Yearwood joins us live. Yeah!
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're really excited to look at what you're cooking up. So you're going to show us how to make your Galaxy Donut glaze while we chat. So show us what Galaxy Donuts look like. What are the ingredients for your galactic glaze? Just the name alone makes me want to try it.
Well, first of all, you can make a homemade donut, but I've made it very easy, and there's no judgment if you buy store-bought plain donuts, which is what we have today.
Okay, good.
And this is just a simple glaze. And glaze always has powdered sugar in it. It's a rule. It's a law. And this is powdered sugar, and then it's liquid coconut oil, which is going to help make it smooth, and also it'll help it set better, so it won't be gooey for a long time. And then just a little bit of vanilla extract, and then food coloring. And I chose galactic colors, so I've got purples and reds and blacks here that are kind of swirled together. You can do it with a toothpick or like a coffee stirring stick. That's what's going to give you this really pretty effect. So you just take your donut, and you just dip the top in, just kind of press it down, and then pull it out, and then just let it sort of swirl.
Ooh.
And as it swirls, it's going to give you this kind of crazy out of this world little tie-dye effect. And then you can there's a really great edible glitter now. Do not buy glitter at the craft store. I don't want to get letters. That's not edible. This is edible. But there's really good edible glitter. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of galactic mess going on there. And your kids can help with it, or if you're just feeling like a kid, like I do all the time. They're just easy, and they're fun to make, and one of the easiest things in the book.
Trisha, I was just going to say, that's great. I have 2 little boys. They would love this. I love it, just the galactic
you like
colors.
it too, yeah.
But people don't care about my kids. They want to know about Garth. Does he help you in the kitchen?
He's kind of a kid. He does help me in the kitchen. He's the whatever it takes guy. So he can, if I say like I don't want to cook tonight, you can cook. He'll take it. He also help anything that I need. He's really good at loading the dishwasher. All that stuff.
Does he rinse before
He's the guy.
Does he rinse before he puts it in the dishwasher?
That's a good question.
Not as well as I do. In fact, he always says, when I open the dishwasher after I've loaded it, he's like, I don't know if they're dirty or clean, because they're pretty clean when I put them in there. So he's a mid. He won't just stick it right in there with the food on it because he knows I'm not having that.
Good for you. Put your foot down. Trisha, we want to tell you, first of all, you look great, and we're so happy that you're here today. We know that you had COVID, and Garth was there to take care of you. How difficult was it for you to quarantine away from him? Because I know a lot of people have been experiencing this.
It wasn't difficult at all because he would not leave me alone. He did not get COVID, and I kept saying, "You cannot be near me. I cannot give Garth Brooks COVID." But he never got it, and then luckily we both are now fully vaccinated and doing our part. So I'm just lucky. It was a mild case, and knock wood. It was just really, it was before I could get the vaccine, and I was almost there, and practicing as safe protocols as we could, and I still got it. So I'm not happy that I had it, but I'm happy to be past it.
Very good to know. I wonder if she quarantined in the basement, because Garth could say he has friends in low places. Hello.
Smart.
All right. So sorry, Trish. Wait. So sorry. I'll get to your
We don't like her either,
I'm
Trisha.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Trish. Okay. We are glad you recovered. However, fellow country star and cook Alan Jackson was diagnosed with a crippling nerve condition, and this is worrying some fans. Have you reached out to Alan? Are you close with him? Tell me about that.
I know Alan just from touring with him a little bit. I'm not a close friend, a close enough friend to like pick up the phone and call.
Right.
I don't feel like that would be appropriate for me. I will probably reach out to him through socials like a lot of us are doing, but I think that this is a community that takes care of its own. And Alan, I toured with Alan actually when he was an opening act too. He and I both opened for Randy Travis in the early 90s. And I'm really proud of him. I think it's brave to let people know. And he's had this. He said for 10 years.
Yeah.
He didn't want people to not understand why if he was losing his balance, people are going to speculate. So I think it was really brave of him. And I heard he's already had some people say, "I'm so glad you spoke out because I have this too, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone." So so good for him.
Well, Trisha, it's been 30 years since you released She's in Love with the Boy, and it went #1 on the Billboard chart. So what do you miss about the 90s?
Oh, my God, there's so much.
Well, it's really strange you say that because I didn't really miss the 90s, but now they're really back.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't miss the big hair, although it's kind of coming back. And I didn't miss Acid Wash until I kept saying, no, I'm not doing it. I did it in the 90s. I'm not doing it. And then somebody brought me this cute little jacket, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have Acid Wash. And now I own it, and I love it, and it's my favorite.
It's back?
Oh, 90s is back.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
I'm stuck in the 90s. You know that. I wear band tees and Acid Wash, and I'm definitely
I don't even know
stuck.
what a band tee is.
A band.
Lip liner. Lip liner was good.
Right. A choker. Am I right? A choker.
Yes, Trisha. You speak my language. Yep. Trisha, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. Pick up her new cookbook, Trisha's Kitchen, easy comfort food for friends and family, where all books are sold. We'll be right back. Thanks, Trisha.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariande Till. That's not bad.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a viral video of a Florida man who's taking on an alligator. But check it out. He's using a trash can to try and wrangle the animal. Oh, at first it seems like the alligator is not going for it, but the man finally sealed the deal by flipping the lid, hitting the alligator on the head, and in the end, he successfully forces the alligator into the trash can before releasing it back into the wild.
Wonderful.
That's amazing. Good.
That is well thought out. That's actually really smart. Getting a
No,
lid
it's not, to be honest.
Wait, you get a lid?
You call somebody. It's not
Oh, really?
smart to go.
In the meantime,
put an
I'm getting
alligator in a
gator
trash can.
rolled.
You go in your house.
Gator rolled.
Or listen, they do death roll.
They do
Is
death
that
roll
like
you.
Rick roll? Yes, very similar.
I wonder what that gator was doing there.
I don't know, because what's the guy? It's North Philly Gino. That can't be a Philly.
Oh, maybe it's too hot. I needed a
It's very innovative.
I won't even I don't even get a spider in my house. I'm like, dude, we have to call somebody.
What are you talking about?
Oh my
You have
gosh.
big
They're
wolf
big.
spiders in your house because you don't deal with it.
I gear up. I have to get like a shield and things.
Oh Lord.
All right.
It's serious.
It is very serious at your house. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Lori Loughlin is back on TV for the first time since the college admission scandal. But is it still too soon? And Real Housewives star Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump are making digs at each other online. Is it ever okay to spread your drama to social media?
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Okay, so who can make it back after being canceled? Apparently, Lori Loughlin can. The former Full House star is returning to acting for the first time since the college admission scandal. She will be on the Hallmark channels When Hope Calls, A Country Christmas, which will air on December 18th. She's currently on probation after serving a 2-month prison sentence. Her husband served a 5-month prison sentence. Erica, you are the comeback queen. You always say that you got to earn it. Do you think she's earned it?
Yeah, I think that the people have probably spoken in this case. I mean, Hallmark is pretty conservative when it comes to who can be on and what their background is. If they're asking her to come back, then I think that it's been a cry from the public. And ultimately, that's who's going to decide.
Yeah, listen, she went to jail, she did her time, and now she's out. Do we hold that against her the rest of her life? Do we hold it against Olivia Jade, her daughter, the rest of her life? No, I think absolutely not. People want to hold everyone to these standards online that are way below the standard, by the way. If you're writing into anybody, canceling anybody, you're way below that standard. You got to live your life. And if the audience wants her back, we'll see what the numbers say. And I think they do.
Yeah, I always on the show call it accountability culture, and I sometimes clash with you about it. But she was held accountable, and she went to jail, and she served her time. And at some point, like Erica's always taught us, you got to have a way to redemption. I'm not going to burn this woman at the stake for doing a stupid thing that was selfish. She can come back. I can have my own thoughts about her, but absolutely, she's not going to be banned forever.
I just wonder who gets that second shot and who doesn't, right? How many times have we talked on the show about cancel culture, accountability culture? Some people get the second chance, some people don't. I know some crimes are more egregious.
No, yeah.
It leads into our next story, Chris Harrison. So he's not getting a second chance, former Bachelor host. He has officially been replaced, and this is the man replacing him. Jesse Palmer, yes, is a former NFL quarterback and was the Bachelor in 2004. Jesse posted the announcement to his Instagram yesterday. Now, Chris announced he was leaving the show earlier this summer. After 19 years as the host, he was pushed out of the franchise after offering compassion to a Bachelor contestant who attended an Old South slave plantation themed party. Now, do you think he's not getting a second chance because he really, I mean, he did apologize, but a lot of people didn't feel like that apology was sincere because he continued to kind of double down with Rachel Lindsay?
I think the franchise at this point is pulling just a Hail Mary because it's just catastrophic, everything that's happened. Chris Harrison, to me, was always, a good host for this franchise because he never really overshadowed it. His name was synonymous with it, but he was never the dynamic part that was like bringing everything else in. He was just a really good chess player and moving pieces. So, I mean, Jesse Palmer, I remember his season faintly.
And he just hosted that surfing show on ABC. Like, they love him.
Yeah, well, he was the quarterback for the New York Giants. He was a Bachelor back in the day. Yeah, and he's been working his way up. He's been on College Football Game Day, all this other stuff. So he's been in the game for a long time, even if you don't know his name. I think it's a great choice. Like Erica said, it doesn't really overshadow. You might know him, you might not know him. That's the kind of career that I want. I want people to be like, I think I know that guy, but I don't know that guy. That was always my goal from the beginning.
That's how that's how it is. It's good. No one knows who you really are.
That's exactly what I want. I never wanted to get in this business.
That guy.
That's perfect. I don't want to be Tom Cruise. This is what I said because he was cool back then. But I'm like, I don't want to be Tom Cruise. I want to be that guy to sort of like, you know what? I think he was in that movie as that backup character. I don't know who that is, but he's definitely somebody.
But you have that career right now.
I'm right on track.
But aren't you happy here?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What do you say? I thought it was a good choice.
I don't want to lose you. You said you want his career. We don't want to lose you. You mean doing that and this, and we work it out somehow.
Jeff wants to be vanilla.
Yeah. It's true.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
I do.
To me, I always say,
what's wrong with that? I think it's great.
I like vanilla.
I know you do.
I do, and I add some chips, obviously.
Okay, then there you go. Yeah. You don't like vanilla.
That's
you
true,
like to jazz it up. Jeff, you need some chips.
I don't want any chips.
Yeah, you need
I don't want any chips. I want to be right where I'm at.
I'm telling you right now, you're going to need some chips for that next chapter. But
sprinkles.
Listen, here's what happens when you put chips on top.
Okay.
People come for you, right? The bigger you get, the more social media wants to take back some chips.
So you'd rather say nothing.
Well, you know what?
I could say, what are you talking about? I yell at everybody on this show.
He's right, though. A lot of people will try and order the chips over the vanilla, and those people that are ordering the chips go away faster. So if you want sustainability in your career, you stay with the vanilla.
But here's the other part of that, though.
Okay, hurry.
If you're not doing anything controversial, you're likely not doing anything important.
That's fine with me.
There has to be there has to be something.
I want to go to speed limit till I'm 90. Actually, what am I talking about? I want to go till like I'm 60 and get the hell out of here.
That's right. That's right.
Got it.
Actually, I better hurry up because I'm getting there pretty
You're
fast.
so old. You're so old.
Okay. There is some housewives drama. Eric and I were talking about it. It is heating up. It's between Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump, but the drama actually stems from rumors made about Erica Jane and her financial problems. So Lisa claims that Kyle started the rumor about Erica, but sources say Kyle did not spread rumors or gossip about Erica. A podcast host who recently interviewed Kyle posted a screenshot of the story, and Kyle responded with a series of crying, laughing face emojis. Erica, you know all about this. Tell us the shade.
Yes, okay, so this is what I like, inconsequential programming, okay? So basically what happened is Lisa Vanderpump reluctantly said that Kyle was the one who actually did the talking of the Erica Jane gossip years before, although Kyle is sitting on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills right now acting like she didn't know. Another important note is Bethany Frankel on her podcast said that she was the one who told Kyle about the Erica Jane and Tom Girardi, because remember, Tom Girardi's accused of spending $101 million stealing it from the trustees of orphans, widows, and burn victims. Yes. So Bethany Frankel says she told Kyle and Lisa Rinna. They're over here playing like they didn't know. So now Lisa Vanderpump is confirming that Kyle was actually the one who threw the rumor out, and because, and I'm just going to put this out here, no offense to youngest children, but youngest children learn from their older siblings how to get away with things. So y'all know how to throw the grenade and then hide your hands. Kyle Richards, and she's very good at it, is the queen of throwing the grenade and hiding her hands. But she is the one that stirred the pot the entire time, and we are on to her. So if she doesn't start taking some accountability, it is going to be a problem.
Do you get all that? That deserves a round of applause. I think definitely understood.
I like Vanderpump Rules.
That's good.
I didn't watch last night.
It was on a little bit too late for me.
Okay, we'll watch tonight and talk about it.
It was a little late for me, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Me too. I went to tie-dye. You guys are tie-dye. All right, you guys, I'm so excited for this next story. I'm even looking around the studio to make sure everybody's watching. It's my favorite week of the year. I'm talking about Fat Bear Week, everybody. So Alaska's brown bears are getting ready to turn in for the winter. So they pack on the pounds before they get to go to sleep. And for bears, fat is survival. Okay?
Stay with me. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. There are a lot of great contenders. So number one, take a look at Chunk. Okay, he's packed on some serious weight since spring. All right. How about Holly? She was the 2019, if you guys remember, because we covered this a couple years ago. She was the Fat Bear champion in 2019. People can watch the bears on a live feed and vote for the fattest bear over the next couple of days. I got to share with you my choice. Number 402. She is a mama to 7 litters. She has been weaning cubs.
Oh, wow.
For years.
Does she not have a name?
402. That's what they named her. But my money is on her, because you know what? When you're weaning babies for 7 years now, all you want to do is just eat and take a nap. So she's gonna win. She's gonna win. Do you guys not excited about this?
You know, when you were like pushing us along, like, hey, hurry up. I was like, why? Well, this is a good conversation. I know why.
Fat Bear Week. Fat Bear Week.
The Fat Bear Week. I forgot about it.
We do it every year.
It's been a hit so far.
Remember when we used to have it over here on the computer live feed? Now you get that back.
Yeah, and we used to watch it, and every time the bear would go for a salmon, the whole room would go, oh, and then once the bear got the salmon, we all applauded because we're 7 years old. That's what happened.
I don't remember that.
I do. That's sad that you don't remember that.
That everyone went,
yeah, I remember. I
into
just try to forget.
Oh, wow.
I think
this is the
blocked
last
it.
time we cover Fat Bear Week. Coming up on DBL, menopause does not have to be a miserable experience. We're asking an expert all the questions you may be too afraid to ask. That is coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
people are thanking Sam for teaching them about Fat Bear Week, which we didn't know. I also want to give you a little heads up. Yes, love. Oh, thank you. I love Kim, by the way. Big fan. If you don't know, we're talking about to Kim Douglas. She's often on Ellen. She's on a lot of places. She's a lifestyle expert. We're talking menopause, guys. And when I say that without any sort of trying to be funny, because no one talks about menopause.
Okay. And then Sam, she just told you your question about. Okay, we have another question about awareness if we're gonna have a kind of thing.
So we're going to try and break the stigma of menopause. And if you are going through menopause, go ahead and text us, write us in on YouTube and let us know. Kim is really open about it, talking about sex, about dryness, about heat. So all those things that maybe you were like, oh no, don't talk about it. We're talking about it because half the population talks about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Kim. I'm obsessed. Her name's Kim Douglas. K-Y-M.
Yeah.
She's so funny, and her whole family is adorable. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, she's really, really, really cute. And also follow me on Instagram. Thanks.
You said,
bye.
Welcome back to DBL. If you're in your 40s, 50s and 60s, and things are starting to change in your body, you got to listen up. Luckily, we have Chief Menopositivity Officer. I love that, Kim Douglas.
That's hilarious.
To talk about ways that us women can make menopause less dreadful. Thank you so much for coming on here to DBL, Kim. Very important conversation.
Yes, absolutely. I think that, nobody talk about it. One of the best kept secret, and especially here in Hollywood, I mean, nobody's over 40. I've never met anyone over 40.
Well, you've met your first woman right here, over 40. Menopause.
Oh, yay.
Yay. So menopause, to your point, Kim, it isn't something that's openly talked about. So how are women supposed to really know what to expect if we don't talk about it?
Exactly. I think that is exactly right. So no one talks about it. Our mothers didn't really talk about it. And so all of the women are going through it and they're like, wait, what do I expect? What's going on in my, I happened to go through start at 54 and I had some bad headaches and I couldn't sleep as easily. My girlfriends have hot flashes that just in the middle of a conversation, they're heating up. But everybody has some different symptoms, and I think it's so important. Just like we talk about pregnancy or that time of the month, let's share with each other. You know what? Here's what you can expect. Here's what I went through. What are you dealing with? Why not talk about it? It's human nature. Every woman on the planet is going to experience it. And guess what? It's just another step in our life.
It's a cycle. I love it. Kim, I follow you on Instagram. I'm a big fan. It's really exciting to talk to you. We got to talk about sex. All right.
Right. I get you.
Oh yeah. Some women fear that their sex life will change during menopause. So how can women over 50 keep it fresh?
Great question, and right back at you. I'm a big fan of yours and follow you on Instagram. And, I know. Oh, stop. Come on. So let me just tell you. Here is the thing about that, and I think that's another really important point that we as women need to share with each other. I talked to my gynecologist, Dr. Sherry Ross, and she said, Kim, sex is all up here. It's not down there. So you keep your mind right, you exercise, you feel good about your age, and you know that this is just part of life cycle, and guess what? Everything's going to be just fine. It's up here, and remember that, ladies.
I totally believe that. Kim, good to see you again. Is there a reason why you're so passionate about bringing awareness to this subject? Did something happen to you in your own life that made you want to help others?
Yes, it did. So going on with my life, doing, TV shows out here in LA, having this wonderful, charmed life, everything's going great, just a little busy to take care of my health. So I waited 3 years, and then unfortunately I went in for my mammogram 3 years too late, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer.
Wow.
So I went through a double mastectomy. I went through 18 and a half weeks of chemo. I went through radiation. And now, to answer your question, I am so passionate about women's health, and I am so grateful to be here and be going through this cycle in my life, and to share it with other women, to just encourage them, take care of your health, go in and get your checkups, make sure that if there's something in your body that feels a little off, go get it checked out.
So happy for you, Kim. So happy.
Beautifully said. Yeah, thank you for your transparency.
Yeah.
There's something I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about, because you claim chocolate really works while combating menopause.
Oh.
So what are some other tools you'd include in your menopause kit? Yeah.
Well, earlier on your wonderful show, I heard you guys talking about a little bit curvy bears. So I thought you were talking about me, and you were calling me fat, but that's okay, because I am here. And do you know, my friends, that chocolate is filled with magnesium, and 3.5 a day helps with menopause systems. Can be just this little piece, and you can just have that every day. It also helps with your sleep, and with sugar and hot flashes. Now, as you asked me, what are some other tips? I also drink green tea. I know this is hard. Instead of my caffeine, it doesn't give you the jitters, and it helps with your metabolism, because once we hit 40, sometimes the metabolism goes down just a little bit, and the green tea helps rev that up. Also, because I mentioned that I went through breast cancer, I got very aware, you guys, of what I was putting not only in my body, but on my body.
Right.
And that's why you can get a little bit of crepey skin, maybe in the chest area, maybe on your arms or your legs. So I researched, and I find that I don't want to put any products with hormones in it on my body. And I like to use products that'll get rid of that crepey skin, like this called The Works from Womaness.
Ooh.
And it has no hormones, no gluten, no soy. And you really, ladies, want to be careful about hormones on your body when you're approaching the 40s, 50s, 60s.
I'm so
and
glad
onward.
you said that, Kim.
So,
I actually wrote down The Works. I'm going to get it, because we forget that our skin is our largest organ on our body, right? So thank you for that.
You're so right. And can I tell you something? You're welcome. It's at Target, and it's affordable.
Ooh. That's good.
Done. Great. Done. Love
I
that.
mean,
Kim,
I
thank you
don't
so
know if it gets any better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us today, and for bringing so much light and positivity to such a sensitive subject for so many. Follow Kim on Instagram for more information. You can also visit womaness.com. Their products are available at Target. I literally am going to go there and get some after the show. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, guys.
We all know.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, The loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you know that scammers are targeting lonely singles on dating apps? It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. So the scammers start by manipulating their victims who are blinded by love into investing or trading cryptocurrency. Now you might be thinking, I'm safe, I don't even use cryptocurrency. Well, it's likely some of these victims didn't either. According to the FBI, this scam has netted over $130 million in profits from the for the scammers. So how do you protect yourself? It's simple. Never, ever move money based on the advice from strangers you meet online. But if your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-439-9017 or visit lifelock.com to learn more.
That was the best piece of advice. That was the best piece. Right. Never, ever give your money away to somebody that you don't know online. I mean, it's as simple
Even
as that.
if they catfished you, right? A lot of people get catfished.
It's because the love, you're so vulnerable when you're really blinded by love. I know it's corny, but it's true.
Yeah, there's a show called, I think, Love Fraud. If you watch it, wow.
Wow.
I know. We'll be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we celebrate Linda Carter. She is an American actress of Mexican descent on her mother's side. Holding many titles such as singer, songwriter, model, and beauty pageant winner, she is best known for her starring role as Wonder Woman in the live-action television series in the 1970s.
I told you no more tricks.
In 1983, she received the honor of Hispanic Woman of the Year. Today, she continues to be honored by Mexican media, taking great pride in her Mexican roots.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariane Till. That's not bad.
Tomorrow on DBL, Penn and Teller will be here live with a magic trick you don't want to miss. Plus, our interview with Price is Right host Drew Carey as the game show celebrates its 50th season. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Don't miss it. So how many of you have been waiting for a home robot ever since watching the Jetsons? Loved the Jetsons? Well, Amazon is out with its first ever like the sound. So Amazon's out with its first ever home robot named Astro. Oh, he's cute. He goes on sale later this year for $999. It has all sorts of features like helping with video calls, playing music. It can also deliver a drink to someone in another room. And look at this. It can even check to see if you left your stove on when you're out of the house, but not so sure if it can turn it off if you did. Astro can also patrol your house while you're away, just in case any raccoons get in to steal all your tasty cupcakes, because that can happen. It's quite common.
That's a strong,
Where is that common?
I'm kidding.
That's a strong selling point.
Yeah.
Very strong.
The raccoon cupcake people. A lot of people.
Okay, what do you hope this robot can do for you?
Well, I mean, just as it was, the price point's over. I thought you said $99 on the phone this morning. I was like, $99, that might be cool for the kids to chase around rather than getting a regular pet, right? I thought, I mean, that's a good Christmas present. $999, I'm out.
Okay, is there anything that the robot would do that would inspire you to go ahead and pay $999?
No. First of all,
Nothing?
we're a martini household, so that would never work.
What if the robot could do your hair perfectly?
Girl, nobody can do my hair perfectly.
I'd be comfortable. To be honest, $999 is too much to go and get yourself a drink, right? But if it did something like organize my calendar and almost was an assistant, and more in that way, perhaps.
What about unload and load the dishwasher? Folding laundry.
Yeah.
I fold so much laundry, it's out of control.
What about if it wrote jokes for you?
Oh, okay.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Gabby Petito's family calls for Brian Laundrie to turn himself in as Brian's parents are confronted by a woman with a bullhorn.
What were you thinking, helping your son?
Are they being treated fairly? Lori Loughlin's return to TV. Does she deserve another chance? Making menopause less taboo. Lifestyle expert Kim Douglas is here with how women can conquer this time in their life. and Trisha Yearwood will be here live.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Wednesday, September 29th. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Let's get started because we do have an update on the Gabby Petito case. The massive manhunt for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues, and Gabby's family held a press conference yesterday. They talked about the foundation they are starting to help families of other missing people. Take a look.
I just hope that people are inspired by her. It's hard to put into words, but it means a lot to me that she's touched so many lives already, and this is only 2 weeks into it. We're going to keep it going, like you said, keep the light going and help a lot of people if we can.
The Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure is not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in to the FBI or the nearest law enforcement agency.
Speaking of Brian Laundrie's parents, they're under the spotlight and have people outside of their home filming video of them. And today, some people are questioning what's in this red backpack they were seen carrying into their home. Some even using megaphones to call them out. But here's the question, not only to the panel, but to the viewers. We always love hearing from you. Is this fair? What would you say, Jeff?
About what?
To the
Screaming in
parents.
the street? To the
Filming
parents?
them, screaming at them?
No, I'm totally against that. You don't take a blowhorn and scream at somebody, okay? They're going through something too. Even if it's wrong what their son did, which is definitely wrong, they're going through something as well. I want to take back something I said on the show, and I wish Al was here, because I said, I would do anything to cover up for my kids or help them in any way I could, and I don't know if I would say anything. And now seeing like her parents speak out and I actually thought about it driving home one day. I was like, I might have to turn my kids in because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
There's other people
would.
suffering. I want to help my child as well, but I'm going to help them through that process, right? And I want to do the right thing as a parent. So I said before I don't know if I would, and I know I would. I would teach my son and the community that I live in to do the right thing.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Erica?
I think that decisions were made, and the first time that they made the decision to not make themselves available or give information that could have been very pertinent to finding Gabby to begin with, they put themselves in the situation. And so when people are yelling things, does it seem like the most logical thing to do? Is that helping? I don't know, because it's continuing to keep eyes on this case. I think of protests and how uncomfortable protests are, but at the end and the root of a protest, you want for justice to be served. You want for civility to prevail in the end by taking tactics that may not be orthodox.
Yeah, I actually totally understand what she's saying and also why you would yell at that house. There is a sense that they have not helped in any way, and the obstruction of justice, and I say that as a possible crime they may have committed, allegedly, we don't know, is frustrating to people. But what I worry about is if people get in the way of this FBI police investigation, you can really ruin a legal case by some stupid person trying to do something. Now, I would like an investigation into why they didn't surveil the parents in the first place, but that's a whole other story. So I don't think they should do it, but just to protect this case so it's crystal clear for the judge.
Yeah, I don't know about the other onlookers or people screaming, but I know personally as a mother, I would be screaming.
Right,
I would
like
be
you
on that
can
megaphone
understand
screaming.
it, right.
I get your point, because what if they did not know anything? And then they're going through their own personal hell, and then you're adding fuel to the fire by everybody screaming at them. But if I saw in the very beginning that they're not trying to help my daughter, then I would have some sort of resentment, and I would have some sort of intuition. There's a reason why you're not trying to help my daughter. So I understand both sides, but I know what I would personally do.
Fair.
I would be loud. All right. So YouTube is taking some very strong action against anti-vaccine content. They are taking down several video channels from prominent anti-vaccine activists, and they're also banning any videos that claim commonly used vaccines approved by health authorities are ineffective or dangerous. So speaking of getting your vaccine, LeBron James confirmed he has gotten his, but LeBron says he is not into promoting it. Take a look.
We're talking about individuals' bodies. We're not talking about something that's, political or racism or police brutality and things of that nature. We're talking about like people's bodies and well-beings. So I don't feel like, for me personally, that I should get involved in what people should do for their bodies and their livelihoods.
Tori, you groaned.
Yeah, I disagree with LeBron on this one, and I know that is not easy to do because he is the GOAT and I love him. But I do think Oh, sorry,
Michael
Jordan.
Fan.
I'm sorry,
Jordan.
Chicago. Excuse me. Sorry. I will say I do find this political. I do find the vaccines political, and LeBron's been great about speaking out. I know he's saying my bodies, but that also includes people who are vaccinated who want to be protected from their bodies. And to me, I use my platform, which is quite small, as loud as I possibly can because I feel a responsibility to do so. I don't yell at anyone else to do that, but I do find this vaccine mandate less of a personal choice and more of a public because it's contagious. Just like smoking in public, right? You can smoke in your house, but if you smoke in front of me, there's a problem. This is just like the vaccine. So I actually disagree with him on that one.
I actually agree with LeBron on this. You know, it's become so divisive or divisive. I always say that wrong, whichever one it is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is
I think
either.
you do either or.
Can we? Okay.
You get what I'm saying. And it's like LeBron said, hey, listen, I'm vaccinated. I do the same on this show. I'm vaccinated. I don't jam it down people's throats. If you want to hear my point of view, my wife just went through this. I think the vaccine actually helped her. And I can only tell you, and she got COVID, and it was not severe, but she had some problems. Had she not gotten the vaccine, would it be worse? I don't know. I could only tell you my point of view. I'm not going to jam anything down anybody's throat, but I'll tell you what worked for me. And if it works for you, great. If not, that's great too. I'm on LeBron's side on this one.
See, I think that's very fair for you to say, I don't know, and that's also a lot of people might need to say, I don't know. When it comes to LeBron, I would have to disagree with you, Tori, because you said that it's political. I don't think that this is a political issue. I think this is a medical issue. But it's been politicized. And when LeBron made that distinction between like politics, well, he's a constituent. So if he wants to speak on his politics, he can do that. When he's talking about racism, well, he's experienced racism, so he can have that conversation. When we're talking about medical expertise, maybe he's not the person to give his medical expertise because he's not a medical expert, which is exactly the reason why we generally have Dr. Coley on here, because she is a medical expert and she can disseminate the information that's appropriate to the people.
To me, and I totally hear what you're saying, is I don't think it's as personal as what he's saying when it's a contagious virus. A lot of people do. They say, my body, my choice. But this is contagious to me and my family, and therefore I have a say in this. And to me, that's political and part of the body of politics.
Good conversation.
I'd like to retract that goat statement, by the way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe
No
later in
goat.
the show.
No goat.
Oh my goodness. Coming up on DBL, Lori Loughlin is out of the Slammer and onto a season premiere. What? We want to hear from you. Does she deserve a comeback this quickly? And she has Grammys, a daytime Emmy, and a donut recipe that is out of this world. Trisha Yearwood joins us live to show us what she has cooking. And it's no secret Americans are fired up lately. We have the do's and don'ts to help combat America's anger epidemic.
Closed captioning provided by...
Thank you, Sierra. We are here with breaking news here at DBL. Is LeBron James the GOAT, the king, or what else would you call him?
The king, yes.
The king, I got it. What do you call Kobe?
Not about the legend.
The legend. He is the legend.
So we got
That's
two
right.
Chicagoans here, and you both are in agreement the GOAT is of Michael Jordan, of basketball.
Well, if you're going to give one, listen, there's other people. How many rings does Oscar Robertson have? Will Chamberlain? They have a lot of rings, but Michael Jordan has 6. LeBron has 4, I believe. So that's going to squash that debate.
I'm going to take a page from Jeff earlier and say, I don't know.
That's fair.
There's a lot. Will Chamberlain's got to be on that list. Michael Jordan. So the GOAT in basketball is very difficult, and I think it's biased from where you grew up as well.
What about Shaquille O'Neal? Does he fall in the top 10?
No.
Maybe
Top 10?
around 10th.
10.
Yeah. Kobe's on the list, right?
Is Muggsy Bogues? He was a short 5'4" player. Excellent. And I always
Isaiah Thomas, speaking of
No one puts him on any list for something.
Isaiah, and he's good.
He's
good. His son plays,
Pistons,
right?
Oh, good
I
for
think
you.
it's just another guy.
Oh, named Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I thought it was
No. Isaiah from the Pistons.
That's not Isaiah's son.
From the
Isaiah
Detroit.
Thomas' son? Isn't it Isaiah Thomas Jr.?
What about Charles Barkley, top 20?
Maybe.
Wow.
What about John Stockton, Karl Malone?
Dr. J? Dr. J?
What about the dude
I know.
from the Spurs that's now a coach?
Yes.
Yes, the white guy.
Oh.
The white guy, not too
Tim
bad.
Duncan? David Robinson?
Yeah, what's his name?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash,
Steve
top
Nash?
20?
No.
Dirk Nowitzki?
He's good. Listen, we're just talking about the GOAT here.
What about
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. See,
Magic Johnson.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
do you know his real name?
Tori Shulman, Al Jackson, Eric
Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker. This is my show, baby. Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. Does America have an anger issue? It seems like every week we here have another viral video to show you of people getting angry on planes or starting a fight in a restaurant. But what are the right ways and the wrong ways to deal with anger? So CNN has some tips from experts. But up first, here are the do's. Take a deep breath. That can always help diffuse a tense situation. Do problem solve. So you should channel that energy into fixing whatever is bothering you. But experts say don't suppress your anger. They also say don't vent to others because it can keep the memories at the forefront of your mind. Ooh, how do you deal with anger, Jeff? Because you've been very transparent on the show that you've really worked on it. Jeff 10 years ago was a different Jeff than the Jeff is today.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's something I still struggle with to this day. If you watch this show,
ever,
yeah. If you watch it for 1 second. Yeah, it's something I deal with. I have to put myself in the gym, right? Just to kind of relieve some of that energy. I have to constantly listen to positive, motivational things. So when something happens, a car drives by me and speeds and I want to get out and choke him, that I just say, I'm like, oh, you know what? I listened to some great stuff this morning. Maybe I should let that one slide.
Nice.
But if I didn't work out and I didn't listen to positive stuff, who knows?
Those are your tools in your tool belt. What about you, Erica?
You know, I told you guys that a few weeks ago there was a situation where I lost my religion, and I got very, very angry, and it escalated into this altercation. And in hindsight, I keep thinking about it in terms of what I could have done differently, and I'm really not sure if there was anything I could have done differently other than just completely removing myself. But also, I was at my house, so that was different. A guy parked in front of my driveway. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but
It was.
It escalated.
It was
into
bad.
a big deal.
It escalated. Diet Coke was involved.
There was.
Yeah, I know. It was a Diet Pepsi.
That's right, Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Diet
The
Pepsi.
receipts are
And
coming
it was
up.
very tasty, although I didn't get to drink it because it was on top of his car. Moving on, though. Moving on. You know what I thought about was I really didn't know where my anger was truly stemming from.
Interesting.
Like, why I got so heightened in
So quickly.
that moment.
Right.
And I think that's the problem right now. People are unaware of where their anger is coming from because we've been suppressing so much for like a year and a half. So just, secure your Diet Pepsis, people. Secure your Diet
You
Pepsi.
got road rage.
I do, and I also, when I'm fearful of something, that's when I get angry. So notice if it's actually fear or anger. That's really helpful.
You do get scared of driving.
Oh, God, I'm terrible.
She doesn't drive.
No.
And she's the one with road rage?
All right, coming up on DBL, Trisha Yearwood is here live. There she is. She's going to show us how to make her Galaxy donut glaze. That sounds
she's going to think we're
delicious.
insane.
Yeah. She thinks we're crazy.
Stick around, Trisha. We're not
Please
as
stay.
crazy as you may think. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Suffer from
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
She's in love with the boy, and even if they have to run away, she's gonna marry that boy someday.
Yes, welcome back to DBL. That was a new version of Trisha Yearwood's first big hit, She's in Love with a Boy. She broke into the music biz 30 years ago with that song, if you can believe it. Now she's cooking up new country tunes and some of this out-of-this-world comfort food. Trisha Yearwood joins us live. Yeah!
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're really excited to look at what you're cooking up. So you're going to show us how to make your Galaxy Donut glaze while we chat. So show us what Galaxy Donuts look like. What are the ingredients for your galactic glaze? Just the name alone makes me want to try it.
Well, first of all, you can make a homemade donut, but I've made it very easy, and there's no judgment if you buy store-bought plain donuts, which is what we have today.
Okay, good.
And this is just a simple glaze. And glaze always has powdered sugar in it. It's a rule. It's a law. And this is powdered sugar, and then it's liquid coconut oil, which is going to help make it smooth, and also it'll help it set better, so it won't be gooey for a long time. And then just a little bit of vanilla extract, and then food coloring. And I chose galactic colors, so I've got purples and reds and blacks here that are kind of swirled together. You can do it with a toothpick or like a coffee stirring stick. That's what's going to give you this really pretty effect. So you just take your donut and you just dip the top in, just kind of press it down, and then pull it out, and then just let it sort of swirl.
Ooh.
And as it swirls, it's going to give you this kind of crazy out of this world little tie-dye effect. And then you can take, there's a really great edible glitter now. Do not buy glitter at the craft store. I don't want to get letters. That's not edible. This is edible. But there's really good edible glitter. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of galactic mess going on there. And your kids can help with it, or if you're just feeling like a kid, like I do all the time. They're just easy and they're fun to make, and one of the easiest things in the book.
Trisha, I was just going to say, that's great. I have 2 little boys. They would love this. I love it, just the galactic colors.
Like it too, yeah.
But people don't care about my kids. They want to know about Garth. Does he help you in the kitchen?
He's kind of a kid. He does help me in the kitchen. He's the whatever it takes guy. So he can, if I say like I don't want to cook tonight, you can cook. He'll take it. He also will help anything that I need. He's really good at loading the dishwasher. All that stuff.
Does he rinse before
he's the guy.
Does he rinse before he puts it in the dishwasher?
That's a good question.
Not as well as I do. In fact, he always says, when I open the dishwasher after I've loaded it, he's like, I don't know if they're dirty or clean, because they're pretty clean when I put them in there. So he's a mid. He won't just stick it right in there with the food on it because he knows I'm not having that.
Good for you. Put your foot down. Trisha, we want to tell you, first of all, you look great, and we're so happy that you're here today. We know that you had COVID, and Garth was there to take care of you. How difficult was it for you to quarantine away from him? Because I know a lot of people have been experiencing this.
It wasn't difficult at all because he would not leave me alone. He did not get COVID, and I kept saying, "You cannot be near me. I cannot give Garth Brooks COVID." But he never got it, and then luckily we both are now fully vaccinated and doing our part. So I'm just lucky. It was a mild case, and knock wood. It was just really, it was before I could get the vaccine, and I was almost there, and practicing as safe protocols as we could, and I still got it. So I'm not happy that I had it, but I'm happy to be past it.
Very good to know. I wonder if she quarantined in the basement because Garth could say he has friends in low places. Hello.
Smart.
All right. So sorry, Trish. Wait. So sorry. I'll get to your.
We don't like her either,
I'm
Trisha.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Trish. Okay. We are glad that you recovered. However, fellow country star and cook Alan Jackson was diagnosed with a crippling nerve condition, and this is worrying some fans. Have you reached out to Alan? Are you close with him? Tell me about that.
I know Alan just from touring with him a little bit. I'm not a close friend, a close enough friend to like pick up the phone and call.
Right.
I don't feel like that would be appropriate for me. I will probably reach out to him through socials like a lot of us are doing, but I think that this is a community that takes care of its own. And Alan, I toured with Alan actually when he was an opening act too. He and I both opened for Randy Travis in the early 90s. And I'm really proud of him. I think it's brave to let people know. And you know, he's had this. He said for 10 years.
Yeah.
He didn't want people to not understand why if he was losing his balance, you know, people are going to speculate. So I think it was really brave of him. And I heard he's already had some people say, "I'm so glad you spoke out because I had this too, and it makes me feel like I'm not alone." So so good for him.
Well, Trisha, it's been 30 years since you released She's in Love with the Boy, and it went #1 on the Billboard chart. So what do you miss about the 90s?
Oh, my God, there's so much.
Well, it's really strange you say that because I didn't really miss the 90s, but now they're really back.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't miss the big hair, although it's kind of coming back. And I didn't miss Acid Wash until I kept saying, no, I'm not doing it. I did it in the 90s. I'm not doing it. And then somebody brought me this cute little jacket, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have Acid Wash. And now I own it, and I love it, and it's my favorite.
It's back?
Oh, 90s is back.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
I'm stuck in the 90s. You know that. I wear band tees and acid wash, and I'm definitely
I don't even know what a band tee is.
A band.
Lip liner. Lip liner was good.
Right. A choker. Am I right? A choker.
Yes, Trisha. You speak my language. Yep. Trisha, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. Pick up her new cookbook, Trisha's Kitchen, easy comfort food for friends and family, where all books are sold. We'll be right back. Thanks, Trisha.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariane Till. That's not bad.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a viral video of a Florida man who's taking on an alligator. But check it out. He's using a trash can to try and wrangle the animal. Oh, at first it seems like the alligator is not going for it, but the man finally sealed the deal by flipping the lid, hitting the alligator on the head, and in the end, he successfully forces the alligator into the trash can before releasing it back into the wild. That's amazing. Good.
That is well thought out. That's actually really smart. Getting a
No,
lid
it's
to-
not, to be honest.
Wait, you get a lid?
You call somebody. It's not smart to go.
In the meantime,
put an
I'm getting
alligator in a
gator
trash
rolled.
can. You go in your house.
Gator roll.
Or listen, they do death roll.
They do
Is
death
that
roll
like
you.
Rick roll? Yes, very similar.
I wonder what that gator was doing there.
I don't know, because what's the guy? It's North Philly Gino. That can't be a Philly.
Oh, maybe it's too hot. I needed a
It's very innovative.
I won't even I don't even get a spider in my house. I'm like, dude, we have to call somebody.
What are you talking about?
Oh my
You have
God.
big
They're
wolf
big.
spiders in your house because you don't deal with it.
I gear up. I have to get like a shield and things.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
It's serious.
It is very serious at your house. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Lori Loughlin is back on TV for the first time since the college admission scandal. But is it still too soon? And Real Housewives star Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump are making digs at each other online. Is it ever okay to spread your drama to social media?
We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Okay, so who can make it back after being canceled? Apparently, Lori Loughlin can. The former Full House star is returning to acting for the first time since the college admission scandal. She will be on the Hallmark channels when Hope Calls a Country Christmas, which will air on December 18th. She's currently on probation after serving a 2-month prison sentence. Her husband served a 5-month prison sentence. Erica, you are the comeback queen. You always say that you got to earn it. Do you think she's earned it?
Yeah, I think that the people have probably spoken in this case. I mean, Hallmark is pretty conservative when it comes to who can be on and what their background is. If they're asking her to come back, then I think that it's been a cry from the public. And ultimately, that's who's going to decide.
Yeah, listen, she went to jail. She did her time, and now she's out. Do we hold that against her the rest of her life? Do we hold it against Olivia Jade, her daughter, the rest of her life? No, I think absolutely not. People want to hold everyone to these standards online that are way below the standard, by the way. If you're writing into anybody, canceling anybody, you're way below that standard. You got to live your life. And if the audience wants her back, we'll see what the numbers say. And I think they do.
Yeah, I always on the show call it accountability culture, and I sometimes clash with you about it. But she was held accountable, and she went to jail, and she served her time. And at some point, like Erica has always taught us, you got to have a way to redemption. I'm not going to burn this woman at the stake for doing a stupid thing that was selfish. She can come back. I can have my own thoughts about her, but absolutely, she's not going to be banned forever.
I just wonder who gets that second shot and who doesn't, right? How many times have we talked on the show about cancel culture, accountability culture? Some people get the second chance, some people don't. I know some crimes are more egregious.
No, yeah.
It leads into our next story, Chris Harrison. So he's not getting a second chance, former Bachelor host. He has officially been replaced, and this is the man replacing him. Jesse Palmer, yes, is a former NFL quarterback and was the Bachelor in 2004. Jesse posted the announcement to his Instagram yesterday. Now, Chris announced he was leaving the show earlier this summer after 19 years as the host. He was pushed out of the franchise after offering compassion to a Bachelor contestant who attended an Old South slave plantation themed party. Now, do you think he's not getting a second chance because he really, I mean, he did apologize, but a lot of people didn't feel like that apology was sincere because he continued to kind of double down with Rachel Lindsay?
I think the franchise at this point is pulling just a Hail Mary because it's just catastrophic, everything that's happened. Chris Harrison, to me, was always, you know, a good host for this franchise because he never really overshadowed it. His name was synonymous with it, but he was never the dynamic part that was like bringing everything else in. He was just a really good chess player and moving pieces. So, I mean, Jesse Palmer, I remember his season faintly.
And he just hosted that surfing show on ABC. Like, they love him.
Yeah, well, he was the quarterback for the New York Giants. He was a Bachelor back in the day. Yeah, and he's been working his way up. He's been on College Football Game Day, all this other stuff. So he's been in the game for a long time, even if you don't know his name. I think it's a great choice. Like Erica said, it doesn't really overshadow. You might know him, you might not know him. That's the kind of career that I want. I want people to be like, I think I know that guy, but I don't know that guy. That was always my goal from the beginning.
That's how your career, that's how it is. It's good. No one knows who you really are.
That's exactly what I want. I never wanted to get in this business.
That guy.
That's perfect. I don't want to be Tom Cruise. This is what I said because he was cool back then. But I'm like, I don't want to be Tom Cruise. I want to be that guy that's sort of like, you know what? I think he was in that movie as that backup character. I don't know who that is, but he's definitely somebody.
But you have that career right now.
I'm right on track.
But aren't you happy here?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What are you saying? I thought it was a good choice.
I don't want to lose you. You said you want his career. We don't want to lose you. You mean doing that and this, and we work it out somehow.
Jeff wants to be vanilla.
Yeah. It's just,
that's what he said.
Yeah,
I do.
To me, I always say,
what's wrong with that? I think it's great.
I like vanilla.
I know you do.
I do, and I add some chips, obviously.
Okay, then there you go. Yeah. You don't like vanilla.
That's
you
true,
like to jazz it up. Jeff, you need some chips.
You need
I don't want any chips.
Yeah, you need
I don't want any chips. I want to be right where I'm at.
I'm telling you right now,
you're
going to need some chips for that next chapter.
But
sprinkles even.
Listen, here's what happens when you put chips on top.
Okay.
People come for you, right? The bigger you get, the more social media wants to take back some chips.
So you'd rather say nothing.
Well, you know what, though?
I could say, what are you talking about? I yell at everybody on the show.
That's true.
He's right, though. A lot of people will try and order the chips over the vanilla, and those people that are ordering the chips go away faster. So if you want sustainability in your career, you stay with the vanilla.
But here's the other part of that, though.
Okay,
if you're not doing anything controversial, you're likely not doing anything important.
That's fine with me.
There has to be there has to be something.
I want to go to speed limit till I'm 90. Actually, what am I talking about? I want to go till like I'm 60 and get the hell out of here.
That's right. That's right.
Got it.
Actually, I better hurry up because I'm getting there pretty fast.
You're so old. You're so old.
Okay. There is some Housewives drama. Eric and I were talking about it. It is heating up. It's between Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump. But the drama actually stems from rumors made about Erica Jane and her financial problems. So Lisa claims that Kyle started the rumor about Erica, but sources say Kyle did not spread rumors or gossip about Erica. A podcast host who recently interviewed Kyle posted a screenshot of the story, and Kyle responded with a series of crying, laughing face emojis. Erica, you know all about this. Tell us the shade.
Yes, okay, so this is what I like, inconsequential programming, okay? So basically what happened is Lisa Vanderpump reluctantly said that Kyle was the one who actually did the talking of the Erica Jane gossip years before, although Kyle is sitting on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills right now acting like she didn't know. Another important note is Bethany Frankel on her podcast said that she was the one who told Kyle about the Erica Jane and Tom Girardi, because remember, Tom Girardi's accused of spending $101 million stealing it from the trustees of orphans, widows, and burn victims. Yes. So Bethany Frankel says she told Kyle and Lisa Rinna. They're over here playing like they didn't know. So now Lisa Vanderpump is confirming that Kyle was actually the one who threw the rumor out. And because, and I'm just going to put this out here, no offense to youngest children, but youngest children learn from their older siblings how to get away with things. So y'all know how to throw the grenade and then hide your hands. Kyle Richards, and she's very good at it, is the queen of throwing the grenade and hiding her hands. But she is the one that stirred the pot the entire time, and we are on to her. So if she doesn't start taking some accountability, it is going to be a problem.
Do you get all that? That deserves a round of applause. I think Jeff understood.
I like Vanderpump Rules.
That's good.
I didn't watch last night.
It was on a little bit too late for me.
Okay, we'll watch tonight and talk about it.
It was a little late for me, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Me too. I went to
We'll chat
bed
about it.
at 8:30.
You guys are tie-tie.
All right, you guys, I'm so excited for this next story. I'm even looking around the studio to make sure everybody's watching. It's my favorite week of the year. I'm talking about Fat Bear Week, everybody. So Alaska's brown bears are getting ready to turn in for the winter. So they pack on the pounds before they get to go to sleep. And for bears, fat is survival. Okay?
Stay with me. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. There are a lot of great contenders. So number one, take a look at Chunk. Okay, he's packed on some serious weight since spring. All right. How about Holly? She was the 2019, if you guys remember, because we covered this a couple years ago. She was the Fat Bear champion in 2019. People can watch the bears on a live feed and vote for the fattest bear over the next couple of days. I got to share with you my choice. Number 402. She is a mama to 7 litters. She has been weaning cubs.
Oh, wow.
For years.
Does she not have a name?
402. That's what they named her. But my money is on her, because you know what? When you're weaning babies for 7 years now, all you want to do is just eat and take a nap. So she's going to win. She's going to win. Do you guys not excited about this?
You know, when you were like pushing us along, like, hey, hurry up. I was like, why? Well, this is a good conversation. I know why.
The Fat Bear Week.
Fat Bear Week. The Fat Bear Week. I forgot about it.
We do it every year.
It's been a hit so far.
Remember when we used to have it over here on the computer live feed? Now you get that back.
Yeah, and we used to watch it, and every time the bear would go for a salmon, the whole room would go, oh, and then once the bear got the salmon, we all applauded because we're 7 years old. That's what happened.
I don't remember that.
I do. That's sad that you don't remember that.
That everyone went,
I
we were all
remember. I
into
just try to forget.
Oh, wow.
I think
this is the
blocked
last
it.
time we cover Fat Bear Week. Coming up on DBL, menopause does not have to be a miserable experience. We're asking an expert all the questions you may be too afraid to ask. That is coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by.
As someone who resembles someone.
People are thanking Sam for teaching them about Fat Bear Week, which we didn't know. I also want to give you a little heads up. Yes, love. Oh, thank you. I love Kim, by the way. Big fan. If you don't know, we're talking about to Kim Douglas. She's often on Ellen. She's on a lot of places. She's a lifestyle expert. We're talking menopause, guys. And when I say that without any sort of trying to be funny, because no one talks about menopause. So we're going to try and break the stigma of menopause. And if you are going through menopause, go ahead and text us, write us in on YouTube and let us know. Kim is really open about it, talking about sex, about dryness, about heat. So all those things that maybe you were like, oh no, don't talk about it. We're talking about it because half the population talks about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Kim. I'm obsessed. Her name's Kim Douglas. K-Y-M.
Yeah.
She's so funny, and her whole family's adorable. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, she's really, really, really cute. And also follow me on Instagram. Thanks.
Thursday on DBL, Penn and Teller will be here live with a magic trick you don't want to miss. Plus our interview with Price is Right host Drew Carey. That's Thursday on DBL.
Welcome back to DBL. If you're in your 40s, 50s and 60s, and things are starting to change in your body, you got to listen up. Luckily, we have Chief Menopositivity Officer. I love that, Kim. That's hilarious. To talk about ways that us women can make menopause less dreadful. Thank you so much for coming on here to DBL, Kim. Very important conversation.
Yes, absolutely. I think that, nobody talk about it. One of the best kept secret, and especially here in Hollywood, I mean, nobody's over 40. I've never met anyone over 40.
Well, you met your first woman right here, over 40. Menopause.
Oh, yay.
Yay. So menopause, to your point, Kim, it isn't something that's openly talked about. So how are women supposed to really know what to expect if we don't talk about it?
Exactly. I think that is exactly right. So no one talks about it. Our mothers didn't really talk about it. And so all of the women are going through it and they're like, wait, what do I expect? What's going on in my, I happen to go through start at 54 and I had some bad headaches and I couldn't sleep as easily. My girlfriends have hot flashes that just in the middle of a conversation, they're heating up. But everybody has some different symptoms, and I think it's so important. We talk about pregnancy or that time of the month. Let's share with each other. You know what? Here's what you can expect. Here's what I went through. What are you dealing with? Why not talk about it? It's human nature. Every woman on the planet is going to experience it. And guess what? It's just another step in our life.
It's a cycle. I love it. Kim, I follow you on Instagram. I'm a big fan. It's really exciting to talk to you. We got to talk about sex. All right.
Right. Get you.
Oh yeah. Some women fear that their sex life will change during menopause. So how can women over 50 keep it fresh?
Great question, and right back at you. I'm a big fan of yours and follow you on Instagram. And, I know. Oh, stop. Come on. So let me just tell you. Here is the thing about that, and I think that's another really important point that we as women need to share with each other. I talked to my gynecologist, Dr. Sherry Ross, and she said, Kim, sex is all up here. It's not down there. So you keep your mind right, you exercise, you feel good about your age, and you know that this is just part of life's cycle, and guess what? Everything's going to be just fine. It's up here, and remember that, ladies.
I totally believe that. Kim, good to see you again. Is there a reason why you're so passionate about bringing awareness to this subject? Did something happen to you in your own life that made you want to help others?
Yes, it did. So going on with my life, doing, TV shows out here in LA, having this wonderful charmed life, everything's going great, just a little busy to take care of my health. So I waited 3 years, and then unfortunately I went in for my mammogram 3 years too late, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Wow. So I went through a double mastectomy. I went through 18 and a half weeks of chemo. I went through radiation. And now, to answer your question, I am so passionate about women's health. And I am so grateful to be here and be going through this cycle in my life, and to share it with other women, to just encourage them, take care of your health, go in and get your checkups, make sure that if there's something in your body that feels a little off, go get it checked out.
So happy for you, Kim. So
Beautifully
happy.
said.
Yeah, thank you for your transparency.
Yeah.
You know, there's something I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about, because you claim chocolate really works while combating menopause. So what are some other tools you'd include in your menopause kit? Yeah.
Well, you know, earlier on your wonderful show, I heard you guys talking about a little bit curvy bears. So I thought you were talking about me and you were calling me fat, but that's okay because I am here. And do you know, my friends, that chocolate is filled with magnesium, and 3.5 a day helps with menopause systems. It can be just this little piece, and you can just have that every day. It also helps with your sleep and with sugar and hot flashes. Now, as you asked me, what are some other tips? I also drink green tea. I know this is hard. Instead of my caffeine, it doesn't give you the jitters, and it helps with your metabolism, because once we hit 40, sometimes the metabolism goes down just a little bit, and the green tea helps rev that up. Also, because I mentioned that I went through breast cancer, I got very aware, you guys, of what I was putting not only in my body, but on my body.
Right.
And that's why you can get a little bit of crepey skin, maybe in the chest area, maybe on your arms or your legs. So I researched, and I find that I don't want to put any products with hormones in it on my body. And I like to use products that'll get rid of that crepey skin, like this called The Works from Womaness. And it has no hormones, no gluten, no soy. And you really, ladies, want to be careful about hormones on your body when you're approaching the 40s, 50s, 60s.
I'm so
and
glad you
onward.
said that, Kim.
So-
I actually wrote down The Works. I'm going to get it, because we forget that our skin is our largest organ on our body, right? So thank you for that.
You're so right. And can I tell you something? You're welcome. It's at Target and it's affordable.
That's good. Done. Great. Done. Love
I
that.
mean,
Kim,
I
thank
don't,
you
I don't
so
know if it gets any better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us today and for bringing so much light and positivity to such a sensitive subject for so many. Follow Kim on Instagram for more information. You can also visit womaness.com. Their products are available at Target. I literally am going to go there and get some after the show. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, guys.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you know that scammers are targeting lonely singles on dating apps? It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. So the scammers start by manipulating their victims who are blinded by love into investing or trading cryptocurrency. Now you might be thinking, I'm safe, I don't even use cryptocurrency. Well, it's likely some of these victims didn't either. According to the FBI, this scam has netted over $130 million in profits from the for the scammers. So how do you protect yourself? It's simple. Never, ever move money based on the advice from strangers you meet online. But if your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-439-9017 or visit lifelock.com to learn more.
That was the best piece of advice. That was the best piece. Right. Never, ever give your money away to somebody that you don't know online. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Even if they catfished you, right? A lot of people get catfished.
It's because the love, you're so vulnerable when you're really blinded by love. I know it's corny, but it's true.
Yeah, there's a show called, I think, Love Fraud. If you watch it, wow.
Wow.
I know. We'll be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we celebrate Linda Carter. She is an American actress of Mexican descent on her mother's side. Holding many titles such as singer, songwriter, model, and beauty pageant winner, she is best known for her starring role as Wonder Woman in the live-action television series in the 1970s.
I told you no more tricks.
In 1983, she received the honor of Hispanic Woman of the Year. Today, she continues to be honored by Mexican media, taking great pride in her Mexican roots.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Attention.
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariane Till. That's not bad.
Tomorrow on DBL, Penn and Teller will be here live with a magic trick you don't want to miss. Plus our interview with Price is Right host Drew Carey as the game show celebrates its 50th season. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Don't miss it. So how many of you have been waiting for a home robot ever since watching the Jetsons? Loved the Jetsons? Well, Amazon is out with its first ever I like the sound. So Amazon's out with its first ever home robot named Astro. Oh, he's cute. He goes on sale later this year for $999. It has all sorts of features like helping with video calls, playing music. It can also deliver a drink to someone in another room. And look at this. It can even check to see if you left your stove on when you're out of the house, but not so sure if it can turn it off if you did. Astro can also patrol your house while you're away, just in case any raccoons get in to steal all your tasty cupcakes, because that can happen. It's quite common.
That's a
Where
strong,
is that coming?
I'm kidding.
That's a strong selling point.
Yeah.
Very strong.
The raccoon cupcake people. A lot of people.
Okay, what do you hope this robot can do for you?
Well, I mean, just as it was, the price point's over. I thought you said $99 on the phone this morning. I was like, $99, that might be cool for the kids to chase around rather than getting a regular pet, right? I thought, that's a great Christmas present. $999, I'm out.
Okay, is there anything that the robot would do that would inspire you to go ahead and pay $999?
No. First of all,
Nothing?
we're a martini household, so that would never work.
What if the robot could do your hair perfectly?
Girl, nobody can do my hair.
I'd be comfortable. To be honest, $999 is too much to go and get yourself a drink, right? But if it did something like organize my calendar and almost was an assistant, and more in that way, perhaps.
What about unload and load the dishwasher? Folding laundry.
Yeah.
I fold so much laundry, it's out of control.
What about if it wrote jokes for you?
Oh, okay.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Gabby Petito's family calls for Brian Laundrie to turn himself in as Brian's parents are confronted by a woman with a bullhorn.
What were you thinking, helping your son?
Are they being treated fairly? Lori Loughlin's return to TV. Does she deserve another chance? Making menopause less taboo. Lifestyle expert Kim Douglas is here with how women can conquer this time in their life. And Trisha Yearwood will be here live.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
Yeah,
Just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Wednesday, September 29th. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Let's get started because we do have an update on the Gabby Petito case. The massive manhunt for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues, and Gabby's family held a press conference yesterday. They talked about the foundation they are starting to help families of other missing people. Take a look.
I just hope that people are inspired by her. It's hard to put into words, but it means a lot to me that she's touched so many lives already, and this is only 2 weeks into it. We're going to keep it going, like you said, keep the light going and help a lot of people if we can.
The Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure is not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in to the FBI or the nearest law enforcement agency.
Speaking of Brian Laundrie's parents, they're under the spotlight and have people outside of their home filming video of them. And today, some people are questioning what's in this red backpack they were seen carrying into their home. Some even using megaphones to call them out. But here's the question, not only to the panel, but to the viewers. We always love hearing from you. Is this fair? What would you say, Jeff?
About what?
To the
Screaming
parents.
in the street? To the
Filming
parents?
them, screaming at them?
No, I'm totally against that. You don't take a blowhorn and scream at somebody, okay? They're going through something too. Even if it's wrong what their son did, which is definitely wrong, they're going through something as well. I want to take back something I said on the show, and I wish Al was here, because I said, you know, I would do anything to cover up for my kids or help them in any way I could, and I don't know if I would say anything. And now seeing, like, her parents speak out and just, I actually thought about it driving home one day. I was like, I might have to turn my kids in because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
There's other people
would.
suffering. I want to help my child as well, but I'm going to help them through that process, right? And I want to do the right thing as a parent. So I said before I don't know if I would, and I know I would. I would teach my son and the community that I live in to do the right thing.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Erica?
You know, I think that decisions were made, and the first time that they made the decision to not make themselves available or give information that could have been very pertinent to finding Gabby to begin with, they put themselves in the situation. And so when people are yelling things, does it seem like the most logical thing to do? Is that helping? I don't know, because it's continuing to keep eyes on this case. I think of protests and how uncomfortable protests are, but at the end and the root of a protest, you want for justice to be served. You want for civility to prevail in the end by taking tactics that may not be orthodox.
Yeah, I actually totally understand what she's saying and also why you would yell at that house. There's a sense that they have not helped in any way, and the obstruction of justice, and I say that as a possible crime they may have committed, allegedly, we don't know, is frustrating to people. But what I worry about is if people get in the way of this FBI police investigation, you can really ruin a legal case by some stupid person trying to do something. Now, I would like an investigation into why they didn't surveil the parents in the first place, but that's a whole other story. So I don't think they should do it, but just to protect this case so it's crystal clear for the judge.
Yeah, I don't know about the other onlookers or people screaming, but I know personally as a mother, I would be screaming.
Right,
I would
like
be
you
on that
can
megaphone
understand
screaming.
it, right.
I get your point, because what if they did not know anything? And then they're going through their own personal hell, and then you're adding fuel to the fire by everybody screaming at them. But if I saw in the very beginning that they're not trying to help my daughter, then I would have some sort of resentment, and I would have some sort of intuition. There's a reason why you're not trying to help my daughter. So I understand both sides, but I know what I would personally do.
Fair.
I would be loud. All right. So YouTube is taking some very strong action against anti-vaccine content. They are taking down several video channels from prominent anti-vaccine activists, and they're also banning any videos that claim commonly used vaccines approved by health authorities are ineffective or dangerous. So speaking of getting your vaccine, LeBron James confirmed he has gotten his, but LeBron says he is not into promoting it. Take a look.
You know, we're talking about individuals' bodies. You know, we're not talking about something that's, you know, political or racism or police brutality and things of that nature. We're talking about like people's bodies and well-beings. You know, so I don't feel like, for me personally, that I should get involved in what people should do for their bodies and their livelihoods.
Tori, you groaned.
Yeah, I disagree with LeBron on this one, and I know that is not easy to do because he is the GOAT and I love him. But I do think Oh, sorry,
Michael
Jordan. I'm sorry, Chicago. Excuse me. Sorry. I will say I do find this political. I do find the vaccines political, and LeBron's been great about speaking out. I know he's saying my bodies, but that also includes people who are vaccinated who want to be protected from their bodies. And to me, I use my platform, which is quite small, as loud as I possibly can because I feel a responsibility to do so. I don't yell at anyone else to do that, but I do find this vaccine mandate less of a personal choice and more of a public because it's contagious. Just like smoking in public, right? You can smoke it in your house, but if you smoke in front of me, there's a problem. This is just like the vaccine. So I actually disagree with him on that one.
I actually agree with LeBron on this. You know, it's become so divisive or divisive. I always say that wrong, whichever one it is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
I think you can do either or.
Can we? Okay.
You get what I'm saying. And it's like LeBron said, hey, listen, I'm vaccinated. I do the same on this show. I'm vaccinated. I don't jam it down people's throats. If you want to hear my point of view, my wife just went through this. I think the vaccine actually helped her. And I could only tell you, and she got COVID, and it was not severe, but she had some problems. Had she not gotten the vaccine, would it be worse? I don't know. I could only tell you my point of view. I'm not going to jam anything down anybody's throat, but I'll tell you what worked for me. And if it works for you, great. If not, that's great too. I'm on LeBron's side on this one.
See, I think that's very fair for you to say, I don't know, and that's also a lot of people might need to say, I don't know. When it comes to LeBron, I would have to disagree with you, Tori, because you said that it's political. I don't think that this is a political issue. I think this is a medical issue. But it's been politicized. And when LeBron made that distinction between like politics, well, he's a constituent. So if he wants to speak on his politics, he can do that. When he's talking about racism, well, he's experienced racism, so he can have that conversation. When we're talking about medical expertise, maybe he's not the person to give his medical expertise because he's not a medical expert, which is exactly the reason why we generally have Dr. Coley on here, because she is a medical expert and she can disseminate the information that's appropriate to the people.
To me, and I totally hear what you're saying, is I don't think it's as personal as what he's saying when it's a contagious virus. A lot of people do. They say, my body, my choice. But this is contagious to me and my family, and therefore I have a say in this. And to me, that's political and part of the body of politics.
Good conversation.
I'd like to retract that goat statement, by the way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe
No
later
goat.
in the show.
No goat.
Oh my goodness. Coming up on DBL, Lori Loughlin is out of the Slammer and onto a season premiere. What? We want to hear from you. Does she deserve a comeback this quickly? And she has Grammys, a daytime Emmy, and a donut recipe that is out of this world. Trisha Yearwood joins us live to show us what she has cooking. And it's no secret Americans are fired up lately. We have the do's and don'ts to help combat America's anger epidemic.
Closed captioning provided by...
Thank you, Sierra. We are here with breaking news here at DBL. Is LeBron James the GOAT, the king, or what else would you call him?
The king, yes.
The king, I got it. What do you call Kobe?
Not about the legend.
The legend. He is the legend.
So we got two Chicagoans here, and you both are in agreement the GOAT is of Michael Jordan, of basketball.
Well, if you're going to give one, listen, there's other people. How many rings does Oscar Robertson have? Will Chamberlain? They have a lot of rings, but Michael Jordan has 6. LeBron has 4, I believe. So that's going to squash that debate.
I'm going to take a page from Jeff earlier and say, I don't know.
That's fair.
There's a lot. I mean, Will Chamberlain's got to be on that list. Michael Jordan. So the GOAT in basketball is very difficult, and I think it's biased from where you grew up as well.
What about Shaquille O'Neal? Does he fall in the top 10? No.
Maybe
top 10?
Around 10.
10. Thank you.
Yeah. Kobe's on the list, right?
Is Muggsy Bogues? He was a short 5'4" player. Excellent. And I always
Isaiah Thomas, speaking of
No one puts him on any list for some reason.
Isaiah, and he's good. He's good. His son plays,
Pistons,
right? Somewhere?
right?
Oh, good
I
for
think
you.
it's just another guy
named Isaiah Thomas. I thought it was
No. Isaiah from the Pistons.
That's not Isaiah's son.
From the Detroit.
Isaiah's his son? Isn't it Isaiah Thomas Jr.?
What about Charles Barkley, top 20?
Maybe.
Wow.
What about John Stockton, Karl Malone?
Dr. J? Dr. J?
What about the dude from the Spurs that's now a coach?
Yes.
Yes, the white guy. The white guy, not too
Tim Duncan, David Robinson.
What's his name? Steve Nash. Steve Nash, top 20?
No.
Dirk Nowitzki?
He's good. Listen, we're just talking about the GOAT here.
What about
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. See,
Magic Johnson.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Do you know his real name?
Tori,
Lori Shulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker. This is my show, baby. Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. Does America have an anger issue? It seems like every week we here have another viral video to show you of people getting angry on planes or starting a fight in a restaurant. But what are the right ways and the wrong ways to deal with anger? So CNN has some tips from experts. But up first, here are the do's. Take a deep breath. That can always help diffuse a tense situation. Do problem solve. So you should channel that energy into fixing whatever is bothering you. But experts say don't suppress your anger. They also say don't vent to others because it can keep the memories at the forefront of your mind. Ooh, how do you deal with anger, Jeff? Because you've been very transparent on the show that you've really worked on it. Jeff 10 years ago was a different Jeff than the Jeff is today.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's something I still struggle with to this day. If you watch this show,
ever,
yeah. If you watch it for 1 second. Yeah, it's something I deal with. I have to put myself in the gym, right? Just to kind of relieve some of the energy. I have to constantly listen to positive, motivational things. So when something happens, a car drives by me and speeds and I want to get out and choke him, that I just say, I'm like, oh, you know what? I listened to some great stuff this morning. Maybe I should let that one slide.
Nice.
But if I didn't work out and I didn't listen to positive stuff, who knows?
Those are your tools in your tool belt. What about you, Erica?
You know, I told you guys that a few weeks ago there was a situation where I lost my religion, and I got very, very angry, and it escalated into this altercation. And in hindsight, I keep thinking about it in terms of what I could have done differently, and I'm really not sure if there was anything I could have done differently other than just completely removing myself. But also, I was at my house, so that was different. A guy parked in front of my driveway. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but
it escalated.
It was
into
bad.
A big deal. It escalated. Diet Coke was involved.
Yeah, I know. It was a Diet Pepsi.
That's right, Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
The receipts are coming
And it was
up.
very tasty, although I didn't get to drink it because it was on top of his car. Moving on, though. Moving on. You know what I thought about was I really didn't know where my anger was truly stemming from.
Interesting.
Like, why I got so heightened in
so quickly.
that moment.
Right.
And I think that's the problem right now. People are unaware of where their anger is coming from because we've been suppressing so much for like a year and a half. So just, secure your Diet Pepsis, people. Secure your Diet Pepsi.
You got road rage.
I do, and I also, when I'm fearful of something, that's when I get angry. So notice if it's actually fear or anger. That's really helpful.
You do get scared of driving.
Oh, God, I'm terrible.
She doesn't drive.
No.
And she's the one with road rage?
All right, coming up on DBL, Trisha Yearwood is here live. There she is. She's going to show us how to make her Galaxy donut glaze. That sounds
she's going to think we're insane.
Yeah. She thinks we're crazy.
Stick around, Trisha. We're not as crazy as you may think. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Suffer from pain.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that, yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
She's in love with the boy, and even if they have to run away, she's gonna marry that boy someday.
Yes, welcome back to DBL. That was a new version of Trisha Yearwood's first big hit, She's in Love with a Boy. She broke into the music biz 30 years ago with that song, if you can believe it. Now she's cooking up new country tunes and some of this out-of-this-world comfort food. Trisha Yearwood joins us live. Yeah!
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're really excited to look at what you're cooking up. So you're going to show us how to make your Galaxy Donut glaze while we chat. So show us what Galaxy Donuts look like. What are the ingredients for your galactic glaze? Just the name alone makes me want to try it.
Well, first of all, you can make a homemade donut, but I've made it very easy, and there's no judgment if you buy store-bought plain donuts, which is what we have today.
Okay, good.
And this is just a simple glaze. A glaze always has powdered sugar in it. It's a rule. It's a law. And this is powdered sugar, and then it's liquid coconut oil, which is going to help make it smooth, and also it'll help it set better, so it won't be gooey for a long time. And then just a little bit of vanilla extract, and then food coloring. And I chose galactic colors, so I've got purples and reds and blacks here that are kind of swirled together. You can do it with a toothpick or like a coffee stirring stick. That's what's going to give you this really pretty effect. So you just take your donut, and you just dip the top in, just kind of press it down, and then pull it out, and then just let it sort of swirl.
Ooh.
And as it swirls, it's going to give you this kind of crazy, out of this world little tie-dye effect. And then you can take, there's a really great edible glitter. Now, do not buy glitter at the craft store. I don't want to get letters. That's not edible. This is edible. But there's really good edible glitter. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of galactic mess going on there. And your kids can help with it, or if you're just feeling like a kid, like I do all the time. They're just easy, and they're fun to make, and one of the easiest things in the book.
Trisha, I was just going to say, that's great. I have 2 little boys. They would love this. I love it, just the galactic colors.
Like it too, yeah.
But people don't care about my kids. They want to know about Garth. Does he help you in the kitchen?
He's kind of a kid. He does help me in the kitchen. He's the whatever it takes guy. So he can, if I say like I don't want to cook tonight, you can cook. He'll take it. He also help anything that I need. He's really good at loading the dishwasher. All that stuff.
Does he rinse before
he's the guy.
Does he rinse before he puts it in the dishwasher?
That's a good question.
Not as well as I do. In fact, he always says, when I open the dishwasher after I've loaded it, he's like, I don't know if they're dirty or clean, because they're pretty clean when I put them in there. So he's a mid. He won't just stick it right in there with the food on it, because he knows I'm not having that.
Good for you. Put your foot down. Trisha, we want to tell you, first of all, you look great, and we're so happy that you're here today. We know that you had COVID, and Garth was there to take care of you. How difficult was it for you to quarantine away from him? Because I know a lot of people have been experiencing this.
It wasn't difficult at all, because he would not leave me alone. He did not get COVID, and I kept saying, you cannot be near me. I cannot give Garth Brooks COVID, but he never got it. And then luckily we both are now fully vaccinated and doing our part. So I'm just lucky. It was a mild case, and knock wood. It was just really, it was before I could get the vaccine, and I was almost there, and practicing as safe protocols as we could, and I still got it. So I'm not happy that I had it, but I'm happy to be past it.
Very good to know. I wonder if she quarantined in the basement because Garth could say he has friends in low places. Hello.
Smart.
All right. So sorry, Trish. Wait. So sorry. I'll get to your.
We don't like her either,
I'm
Trisha.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Trish. Okay. We are glad that you recovered. However, fellow country star and cook Alan Jackson was diagnosed with a crippling nerve condition, and this is worrying some fans. Have you reached out to Alan? Are you close with him? Tell me about that.
I know Alan just from touring with him a little bit. I'm not a close friend, a close enough friend to like pick up the phone and call.
Right.
I don't feel like that would be appropriate for me. I will probably reach out to him through socials like a lot of us are doing, but I think that this is a community that takes care of its own. And Alan, I toured with Alan actually when he was an opening act too. He and I both opened for Randy Travis in the early 90s. And I'm really proud of him. I think it's brave to let people know. And, you know, he's had this, he said for 10 years,
Yeah.
he didn't want people to not understand why if he was losing his balance, you know, people are going to speculate. So I think it was really brave of him. And I heard he's already had some people say, I'm so glad you spoke out because I had this too. And it makes me feel like I'm not alone. So, so good for him.
Well, Trisha, it's been 30 years since you released She's in Love with the Boy, and it went #1 on the Billboard chart. So what do you miss about the 90s?
Oh, my God, there's so much.
Well, it's really strange you say that because I didn't really miss the 90s, but now they're really back.
Yeah.
So like I don't miss the big hair, although it's kind of coming back. And I didn't miss acid wash until I kept saying, no, I'm not doing it. I did it in the 90s. I'm not doing it. And then somebody brought me this cute little jacket, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have acid wash. And now I own it, and I love it, and it's my favorite.
It's back?
Oh, 90s is back.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
I'm stuck in the 90s. You know that. I wear band tees and acid wash, and I'm definitely
I don't even know what a band tee is.
A band.
Lip liner. Lip liner was good.
Right. A choker. Am I right? A choker.
Yes, Trisha. You speak my language. Yep. Trisha, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. Pick up her new cookbook, Trisha's Kitchen, easy comfort food for friends and family, where all books are sold. We'll be right back. Thanks, Trisha.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariane Till. That's not bad.
Welcome back to DBL. We've got a viral video of a Florida man who's taking on an alligator. But check it out. He's using a trash can to try and wrangle the animal. Oh, at first it seems like the alligator is not going for it, but the man finally sealed the deal by flipping the lid, hitting the alligator on the head, and in the end, he successfully forces the alligator into the trash can before releasing it back into the wild. That's amazing. Good.
That is well thought out. That's actually really smart. Getting a
No,
lid
it's not, to be honest.
Wait, you get a lid?
You call somebody. It's not smart to go.
In the meantime,
put an
I'm getting
alligator in a
gator
trash can.
rolled.
You go in your house.
Gator roll.
Or what's the death roll?
They do
Is
death
that
roll
like
you.
Rick roll? Yes, very similar.
I wonder what that gator was doing there.
I don't know, because what's the guy? It's North Philly Gino. That can't be a Philly.
Oh, maybe it's too hot. I needed a
It's very innovative.
I won't even I don't even get a spider in my house. I'm like, dude, we have to call somebody.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Big
They're
wolf
big.
spiders in your house because you don't deal with it.
I gear up. I have to get like a shield and things.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
It's serious.
It is very serious at your house. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up. Lori Loughlin is back on TV for the first time since the college admission scandal. But is it still too soon? And Real Housewives star Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump are making digs at each other online. Is it ever okay to spread your drama to social media?
What you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No.
No.
Y'all just
It's
stop.
finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Erica, and Tori. Okay, so who can make it back after being canceled? Apparently, Lori Loughlin can. The former Full House star is returning to acting for the first time since the college admission scandal. She will be on the Hallmark channels When Hope Calls A Country Christmas, which will air on December 18th. She's currently on probation after serving a 2-month prison sentence. Her husband served a 5-month prison sentence. Erica, you are the comeback queen. You always say that you got to earn it. Do you think she's earned it?
Yeah, I think that the people have probably spoken in this case. I mean, Hallmark is pretty conservative when it comes to who can be on and what their background is. If they're asking her to come back, then I think that it's been a cry from the public. And ultimately, that's who's going to decide.
Yeah, listen, she went to jail. She did her time, and now she's out. Do we hold that against her the rest of her life? Do we hold it against Olivia Jade, her daughter, the rest of her life? No, I think absolutely not. People want to hold everyone to these standards online that are way below the standard, by the way. If you're writing into anybody, canceling anybody, you're way below that standard. You got to live your life. And if the audience wants her back, we'll see what the numbers say. And I think they do.
Yeah, I always on the show call it accountability culture, and I sometimes clash with you about it. But she was held accountable, and she went to jail, and she served her time. And at some point, like Erica's always taught us, you got to have a way to redemption. I'm not going to burn this woman at the stake for doing a stupid thing that was selfish. She can come back. I can have my own thoughts about her, but absolutely, she's not going to be banned forever.
I just wonder who gets that second shot and who doesn't, right? How many times have we talked on the show about cancel culture, accountability culture? Some people get the second chance, some people don't. I know some crimes are more egregious.
No, yeah.
It leads into our next story, Chris Harrison. So he's not getting a second chance, former Bachelor host. He has officially been replaced, and this is the man replacing him. Jesse Palmer, yes, is a former NFL quarterback and was the Bachelor in 2004. Jesse posted the announcement to his Instagram yesterday. Now, Chris announced he was leaving the show earlier this summer. After 19 years as the host, he was pushed out of the franchise after offering compassion to a Bachelor contestant who attended an Old South slave plantation themed party. Now, do you think he's not getting a second chance because he really, I mean, he did apologize, but a lot of people didn't feel like that apology was sincere because he continued to kind of double down with Rachel Lindsay?
I think the franchise at this point is pulling just a Hail Mary because it's just catastrophic, everything that's happened. Chris Harrison, to me, was always, a good host for this franchise because he never really overshadowed it. His name was synonymous with it, but he was never the dynamic part that was like bringing everything else in. He was just a really good chess player and moving pieces. So, I mean, Jesse Palmer, I remember his season faintly.
And he just hosted that surfing show on ABC. Like, they love him.
Yeah, well, he was the quarterback for the New York Giants. He was a Bachelor back in the day. Yeah, and he's been working his way up. He's been on College Football Game Day, all this other stuff. So he's been in the game for a long time, even if you don't know his name. I think it's a great choice. Like Erica said, it doesn't really overshadow. You might know him, you might not know him. That's the kind of career that I want. I want people to be like, I think I know that guy, but I don't know that guy. That was always my goal from the beginning.
That's how your career, that's how it is. It's good. No one knows who you really are.
That's exactly what I want. I never wanted to get in this business.
That guy.
That's perfect. I don't want to be Tom Cruise. This is what I said because he was cool back then. But I'm like, I don't want to be Tom Cruise. I want to be that guy to sort of like, you know what? I think he was in that movie as that backup character. I don't know who that is, but he's definitely somebody.
But you have that career right now.
I'm right on track.
Wait, aren't you happy here?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What are you saying? I thought it was a good choice.
I don't want to lose you. You said you want his career. We don't want to lose you. You mean doing that and this, and we work it out somehow.
Jeff wants to be vanilla.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
I do.
To me, I always say,
what's wrong with that? I think it's great.
I like vanilla.
I know you do.
I do, and I add some chips, obviously.
Okay, then there you go. Yeah. You don't like vanilla.
That's
you
true,
like to jazz it up. Jeff, you need some chips.
I don't want any chips.
Yeah, you need
I don't want any chips. I want to be right where I'm at.
I'm telling you right now, you're going to need some chips for that next chapter. But
sprinkles.
Listen, here's what happens when you put chips on top.
Okay.
People come for you, right? The bigger you get, the more social media wants to take back some chips.
So you'd rather say nothing.
Well, you know what, though?
I could say, what are you talking about? I yell at everybody on this show.
That's true.
He's right, though. A lot of people will try and order the chips over the vanilla, and those people that are ordering the chips go away faster. So if you want sustainability in your career, you stay with the vanilla.
But here's the other part of that, though.
Okay,
if you're not doing anything controversial, you're likely not doing anything important.
That's fine with me.
I mean, there has to be there has to be something.
I want to go to speed limit till I'm 90. Actually, what am I talking about? I want to go till like I'm 60 and get the hell out of here.
That's right. That's right.
Got it.
Actually, I better hurry up because I'm getting there pretty fast.
You're so old. You're so old.
Okay. There is some Housewives drama. Eric and I were talking about it. It is heating up. It's between Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump, but the drama actually stems from rumors made about Erica Jane and her financial problems. So Lisa claims that Kyle started the rumor about Erica, but sources say Kyle did not spread rumors or gossip about Erica. A podcast host who recently interviewed Kyle posted a screenshot of the story, and Kyle responded with a series of crying crying, laughing face emojis. Erica, you know all about this. Tell us the shade.
Yes, okay, so this is what I like, inconsequential programming, okay? So basically what happened is Lisa Vanderpump reluctantly said that Kyle was the one who actually did the talking of the Erica Jane gossip years before, although Kyle is sitting on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills right now acting like she didn't know. Another important note is Bethany Frankel on her podcast said that she was the one who told Kyle about the Erica Jane and Tom Girardi, because remember, Tom Girardi's accused of spending $101 million stealing it from the trustees of orphans, widows, and burn victims. Yes. So Bethany Frankel says she told Kyle and Lisa Rinna. They're over here playing like they didn't know. So now Lisa Vanderpump is confirming that Kyle was actually the one who threw the rumor out. And because, and I'm just going to put this out here, no offense to youngest children, but youngest children learn from their older siblings how to get away with things. So y'all know how to throw the grenade and then hide your hands. Kyle Richards, and she's very good at it, is the queen of throwing the grenade and hiding her hands. But she is the one that stirred the pot the entire time, and we are on to her. So if she doesn't start taking some accountability, it is going to be a problem.
Do you get all that? That deserves a round of applause. I think Jeff understood.
I like Vanderpump Rules.
That's good.
I didn't watch last night.
It was on a little bit too late for me.
Okay, we'll watch tonight and talk about it.
It was a little late for me, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Me too. I went to tie-tie. You guys are tie-tie. All right, you guys, I'm so excited for this next story. I'm even looking around the studio to make sure everybody's watching. It's my favorite week of the year. I'm talking about Fat Bear Week, everybody. So Alaska's brown bears are getting ready to turn in for the winter. So they pack on the pounds before they get to go to sleep. And for bears, fat is survival. Okay?
Stay with me. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. There are a lot of great contenders. So number one, take a look at Chunk. Okay, he's packed on some serious weight since spring. All right. How about Holly? She was the 2019, if you guys remember, because we covered this a couple years ago. She was the Fat Bear champion in 2019. People can watch the bears on a live feed and vote for the fattest bear over the next couple of days. I got to share with you my choice. Number 402. She is a mama to 7 litters. She has been weaning cubs.
Oh, wow.
For years.
Does she not have a name?
402. That's what they named her. But my money is on her, because you know what? When you're weaning babies for 7 years now, all you want to do is just eat and take a nap. So she's going to win. She's going to win. Do you guys not excited about this?
You know, when you were like pushing us along, like, hey, hurry up. I was like, why? Well, this is a good conversation. I know why.
The Fat Bear Week. Fat Bear Week.
The Fat Bear Week. I forgot about it.
We do it every year.
It's been a hit so far.
Remember when we used to have it over here on the computer live feed? Now you get that back.
Yeah, and we used to watch it, and every time the bear would go for a salmon, the whole room would go, oh, and then once the bear got the salmon, we all applauded because we're 7 years old. That's what happened.
I don't remember that.
I do. That's sad that you don't remember that.
That everyone went,
yeah, I remember. I just try to forget.
Oh, wow.
I think
this is the
blocked
last time we cover Fat Bear Week. Coming up on DBL, menopause does not have to be a miserable experience. We're asking an expert all the questions you may be too afraid to ask. That is coming up next.
Thank you, Sierra. We are here with breaking news here at DBL. Is LeBron James the GOAT, the king, or what else would you call him?
The king, yes.
The king, I got it. What do you call Kobe?
Not about the legend.
The legend. He is the legend.
So we got 2 Chicagoans here, and you both are in agreement the GOAT is of Michael Jordan, of basketball.
Well, if you're going to give one, listen, there's other people. How many rings does Oscar Robertson have? Will Chamberlain? They have a lot of rings, but Michael Jordan has 6. LeBron has 4, I believe. So that's going to squash that debate.
I'm going to take a page from Jeff earlier and say, I don't know.
That's fair.
There's a lot. I mean, Will Chamberlain's got to be on that list. Michael Jordan. So the GOAT in basketball is very difficult, and I think it's biased from where you grew up as well.
What about Shaquille O'Neal? Does he fall in the top 10? No.
Maybe
Top 10?
Around 10.
10. Thank you.
Yeah. Kobe's on the list, right?
Is Muggsy Bogues? He was a short 5'4" player. Excellent. And I always
Isaiah Thomas, speaking of.
No one puts him on any list for some reason.
Isaiah, and he's good.
He's
good. His son plays,
Pistons,
right? Somewhere?
right?
Oh, good
I
for
think
you.
it's just another guy
named Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I thought it was
No. Isaiah from the Pistons.
That's not Isaiah's son.
From the Detroit.
Isaiah's son? Isn't it Isaiah Thomas Jr.?
What about Charles Barkley, top 20?
Maybe.
Wow.
What about love John Stockton, Karl Malone.
Dr. J. Dr. J.
What about the dude
I know.
from the Spurs that's now a coach?
Yes.
Yes, the white guy. The white guy, not too
Tim Duncan, David Robinson.
Yeah, what's his name?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash,
Steve
top
Nash?
20?
No.
Dirk Nowitzki.
He's good. Listen, we're just talking about the GOAT here.
What about
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. See,
Magic Johnson.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
do you know his real name?
Tori Schulman, Al Jackson, Erica Cobb, Jeff Schroeder, Sam Shocker. This is my show, baby. Celebrating our 5th year and going strong, DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. If you're in your 40s, 50s and 60s, and things are starting to change in your body, you got to listen up. Luckily, we have Chief Menopositivity Officer. I love that, Kim. That's hilarious. To talk about ways that us women can make menopause less dreadful. Thank you so much for coming on here to DBL, Kim. Very important conversation.
Yes, absolutely. I think that, nobody talk about it. One of the best kept secret, and especially here in Hollywood, I mean, nobody's over 40. I've never met anyone over 40.
Well, you've met your first woman right here, over 40. Menopause.
Oh, yay.
Yay. So menopause, to your point, Kim, it isn't something that's openly talked about. So how are women supposed to really know what to expect if we don't talk about it?
Exactly. I think that is exactly right. So no one talks about it. Our mothers didn't really talk about it. And so all of the women are going through it and they're like, wait, what do I expect? What's going on in my, I happen to go through start at 54 and I had some bad headaches and I couldn't sleep as easily. My girlfriends have hot flashes that just in the middle of a conversation, they're heating up. But everybody has some different symptoms, and I think it's so important. Just like we talk about pregnancy or that time of the month, let's share with each other. You know what? Here's what you can expect. Here's what I went through. What are you dealing with? Why not talk about it? It's human nature. Every woman on the planet is going to experience it. And guess what? It's just another step in our life.
It's a cycle. I love it. Kim, I follow you on Instagram. I'm a big fan. It's really exciting to talk to you. We got to talk about sex. All right.
Right. I get you.
Oh yeah. Some women fear that their sex life will change during menopause. So how can women over 50 keep it fresh?
Great question, and right back at you. I'm a big fan of yours and follow you on Instagram. And I know. Oh, stop. Come on. So let me just tell you. Here is the thing about that, and I think that's another really important point that we as women need to share with each other. I talked to my gynecologist, Dr. Sherry Ross, and she said, Kim, sex is all up here. It's not down there. So you keep your mind right, you exercise, you feel good about your age, and you know that this is just part of life cycle. And guess what? Everything's going to be just fine. It's up here. And remember that, ladies.
I totally believe that. Kim, good to see you again. Is there a reason why you're so passionate about bringing awareness to this subject? Did something happen to you in your own life that made you want to help others?
Yes, it did. So going on with my life, doing, TV shows out here in LA, having this wonderful, charmed life, everything's going great, just a little busy to take care of my health. So I waited 3 years, and then unfortunately, I went in for my mammogram 3 years too late, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Wow. So I went through a double mastectomy. I went through 18 and a half weeks of chemo. I went through radiation. And now, to answer your question, I am so passionate about women's health. And I am so grateful to be here and be going through this cycle in my life, and to share it with other women, to just encourage them, take care of your health, go in and get your checkups, make sure that if there's something in your body that feels a little off, go get it checked out.
So happy for you, Kim. So
Beautifully
happy.
said.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank you.
transparency.
Yeah.
You know, there's something I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about, because you claim chocolate really works while combating menopause. So what are some other tools you'd include in your menopause kit? Yeah.
Well, you know, earlier on your wonderful show, I heard you guys talking about a little bit curvy bears. So I thought you were talking about me and you were calling me fat, but that's okay because I am here. And do you know, my friends, that chocolate is filled with magnesium, and 3.5 a day helps with menopause systems. Can be just this little piece, and you can just have that every day. It also helps with your sleep and with sugar and hot flashes. Now, as you asked me, what are some other tips? I also drink green tea. I know this is hard. Instead of my caffeine, it doesn't give you the jitters, and it helps with your metabolism, because once we hit 40, sometimes the metabolism goes down just a little bit, and the green tea helps rev that up. Also, because I mentioned that I went through breast cancer, I got very aware, you guys, of what I was putting not only in my body, but on my body.
Right.
And that's why you can get a little bit of crepey skin, maybe in the chest area, maybe on your arms or your legs. So I researched, and I find that I don't want to put any products with hormones in it on my body. And I like to use products that'll get rid of that crepey skin, like this called The Works from Womaness. And it has no hormones, no gluten, no soy. And you really, ladies, want to be careful about hormones on your body when you're approaching the 40s, 50s, 60s.
I'm so
and
glad
onward.
you said that, Kim.
So,
I actually wrote down The Works. I'm going to get it, because we forget that our skin is our largest organ on our body, right? So thank you for that.
You're so right. And can I tell you something? You're welcome. It's at Target and it's affordable.
That's good.
Done.
Great.
Done. Love that. Kim,
I
thank you
don't
so
know if it gets any better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us today and for bringing so much light and positivity to such a sensitive subject for so many. Follow Kim on Instagram for more information. You can also visit womaness.com. Their products are available at Target. I literally am going to go there and get some after the show. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, guys.
We all know
Thanks
that
so
you-
much.
Fed Loan Servicing and Granite State service millions of federal student loans for the Department of Education. In July, the companies announced that service will come to an end this year. According to the DOE, student loan service by the companies will be transferred to new servicers. Many impacted borrowers are wondering what they need to do before the change is made. So let's verify. Do impacted loans get transferred to new servicers automatically? Our sources include the Department of Education, the Student Borrower Protection Center, the American Federation of Teachers, and Kristen Evans, a student loan finance expert. A spokesperson for the DOE confirmed borrowers will not need to take any action to transfer their federally owned student loans from one servicer to another. However, to ensure the process runs smoothly, Kristen Evans has some advice for borrowers before and after the transfer.
Just make sure your contact information is up to date. Read all your notices, and then set up your account with your new servicer.
Doing this helps borrowers protect themselves if there are any errors during the transfer. According to both Evans and the DOE, errors have been an issue in previous mass transfers between servicers. In 2014, there was a mass transfer of loans that impacted more than 1 million people. According to a report from the SBPC and the AFT, that transfer resulted in 5 million separate servicing errors. So we can verify that yes, the loans from Granite State and Fed Loan Servicing will be transferred automatically. But our experts say there is some housekeeping you should do to make sure that the transfer is as easy as possible. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Welcome back to DBL. Did you know that scammers are targeting lonely singles on dating apps? It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. So the scammers start by manipulating their victims who are blinded by love into investing or trading cryptocurrency. Now you might be thinking, I'm safe, I don't even use cryptocurrency. Well, it's likely some of these victims didn't either. According to the FBI, this scam has netted over $130 million in profits from the for the scammers. So how do you protect yourself? It's simple. Never, ever move money based on the advice from strangers you meet online. But if your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 1-800-439-9017 or visit lifelock.com to learn more.
That was the best piece of advice. That was the best piece. Right. Never, ever give your money away to somebody that you don't know online. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Even if they catfished you, right? A lot of people get catfished.
It's because the love, you're so vulnerable when you're really blinded by love. I know it's corny, but it's true.
Yeah, there's a show called, I think, Love Fraud. If you watch it, wow.
Wow.
I know. We'll be right back.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and DBL is celebrating by bringing attention to those who have left their mark on Hispanic culture. Today we celebrate Linda Carter. She is an American actress of Mexican descent on her mother's side, holding many titles such as singer, songwriter, model, and beauty pageant winner. She is best known for her starring role as Wonder Woman in the live-action television series in the 1970s.
I told you no more tricks.
In 1983, she received the honor of Hispanic Woman of the Year. Today, she continues to be honored by Mexican media, taking great pride in her Mexican roots.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Whether you love it or hate it, pumpkin spice season is here, and people are using the flavoring in all sorts of foods and drinks. But despite its popularity, some people are still confused about what actually goes into the pumpkin spice seasoning in a pumpkin spice latte. This person on Twitter claims there isn't any pumpkin in pumpkin spice. But is that true? Let's verify. We spoke to a spice expert, a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, and spice manufacturer McCormick & Company to get to the bottom of this.
There is no pumpkin in the spice, but it's a blend of different spices that historically were used with pumpkin in pumpkin pies or pumpkin puddings.
The blend usually contains 4 to 5 other spices you probably have in your cabinet: cinnamon, ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. Spice giant McCormick & Company first introduced a commercial pumpkin pie spice to the US in 1934. The goal was to flavor pumpkin pie all in one container, rather than bakers needing to get each individual spice. So we can verify, no, pumpkin spice does not contain any pumpkin. But despite the lack of pumpkin-y goodness in pumpkin spice, both Frisch and Andrew say it's still possible the latte drink that you order may in fact contain pumpkin these days. And as it turns out, we can verify that the PSL at Starbucks has both pumpkin spice seasoning, which does not contain pumpkin, and real pumpkin. It says so right here on the drink's ingredient list. With your Verify and my very own pumpkin spice latte, I'm Ariande Till. That's not bad.
Tomorrow on DBL, Penn and Teller will be here live with a magic trick you don't want to miss. Plus, our interview with Price is Right host Drew Carey as the game show celebrates its 50th season. That's tomorrow on DBL.
Don't miss it. So how many of you have been waiting for a home robot ever since watching the Jetsons? Loved the Jetsons? Well, Amazon is out with its first ever like the sound. So Amazon's out with its first ever home robot named Astro. Oh, he's cute. He goes on sale later this year for $999. It has all sorts of features like helping with video calls, playing music. It can also deliver a drink to someone in another room. And look at this. It can even check to see if you left your stove on when you're out of the house, but not so sure if it can turn it off if you did. Astro can also patrol your house while you're away, just in case any raccoons get in to steal all your tasty cupcakes, because that can happen. It's quite common.
That's a
Where is
strong,
that coming?
I'm kidding.
That's a strong selling point.
Yeah.
Very strong.
The raccoon cupcake people. A lot of people.
Okay, what do you hope this robot can do for you?
Well, I mean, just as it was, the price point's over. I thought you said $99 on the phone this morning. I was like, $99, that might be cool for the kids to chase around rather than getting a regular pet, right? I thought, I mean, that's a great Christmas present. $999, I'm out.
Okay, is there anything that the robot would do that would inspire you to go ahead and pay $999?
No. First of all,
Nothing?
we're a martini household, so that would never work.
What if the robot could do your hair perfectly?
Girl, nobody can do my hair.
I'd be comfortable. To be honest, $999 is too much to go and get yourself a drink, right? But if it did something like organize my calendar and almost was an assistant, and more in that way, perhaps.
What about unload and load the dishwasher? Folding laundry.
Yeah.
I fold so much laundry, it's out of control.
What about if it wrote jokes for you?
Okay.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.